Oh no.
Too late.
Oh no.
I'm gonna buy Legos again because like this was so fun.
No one told me this was a race.
It's not a race.
No. Oh yeah. Now yeah.
You were really intently looking at them.
I dropped the piece and I can't find it.
It got interesting. Being interviewed and trying to do Lego at the same time, harder than it seems.
Having the problem with this one here.
But I hadn't built Lego since I was a youngin', and I don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal.
Great gifts on the beginning. It was kind of like as we all were how should we act and stuff like that. Now he's such a fun guy to be around.
I'm actually enjoying a little bit of wine while we do this because it felt inappropriate to not have libations.
I had a great freaking time. I chose a Lego set that was like, don't do the flowers, guys. Don't do the flowers.
Obviously, I'm the problem because I keep making the same bad decisions.
And then he said something about like a tramp stamp or something, and the girls were like, "Hey, where is that? What's this all about? I'll show you mine if you show me yours." And I'm like, "Whoa, this is not that type of stream."
Hey, welcome. It feels like forever since we've done Lego. Valhalla, ready to go. Okay, I'm done.
Wait, what? No. It has been forever, without a doubt.
Welcome back.
It's been so long.
So long.
A lot's happened in the last couple weeks since we've done one of these.
A whole lifetime.
So they say.
Yeah.
It's been almost a full month of Pride Month, so that's what's on mine. I'm so sad. It's the last day, so we got to do something. Oh, you got an extra day. Lucky, yeah.
Max, so what have you been doing to celebrate Pride Month?
Oh no! Oh no!
Every day is Pride Month.
Ellie asks Max, do you have the Pearl Harbor Lego set?
No, but look at this. It's kind of, I don't know what this was from. I think that? It was a,
what is that?
Yeah, it's a new Pearl Harbor.
We call that the kamikaze. That's what we call that.
Yeah. Nice. This was, I have that, but I also have like, hey, so this is like Pride Month. This is like, we have red for our Native Americans. We have black because that's the best color. And we have yellow. But we got to put yellow in the bottom. There's no priority here.
It's not like the apartheid flag or something.
Hold on. Where's the white, Max? Where's the white?
Exactly.
Welcome.
I broke off the white, and because but this white is okay because it's triangular. That means it's gay. So it's all right. Because if it didn't agree to that, we have to do an operation. Yeah. And we have to say, you want to change? Change is good.
Change is good. So those of you that may have never experienced Max Mura before, buckle up because this is going to be an awesome stream.
Hey, look at this. This is the most important color in Lego, and there aren't enough of them. So we have to. Oh gosh, you know what? I found it. Pearl Harbor, yes. I'm sorry. This doesn't show up very well, but it's the wings. Yeah.
Nice.
What the expert will not get time down. Zach cannot time you up. Wait, is Zach a mod in Valhalla's channel?
He is at the moment. He keeps up his shenanigans though. He's about to lose it.
Zach, if you want to marry me, Zach, do not get rid of it.
He timed out the expert the other day for 10 seconds. So now
what did he do?
Naughty.
Y'all, we are back to build Lego, and I'm so stoked about it.
Yes. So I am building, by the way, if you guys didn't see any of the promos, I am building the Indiana Jones rolling boulder scene.
That's a good one.
From Raiders of the Lost Ark.
How many pieces is that?
4,000.
4,000?
4,000?
No, I'm sorry. 1,545 pieces.
Goodness. was like, "There's no way. There's no way you're getting even half of that done tonight."
I'm getting it done. It will be
building
done.
the succulent flower pot set.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's nice. This is the newest one. There's an older one that I wasn't as impressed with, but this one's pretty cool. So
Is that for Mrs. Valhalla?
They're all for Mrs. Valhalla. She just decides which ones I get to keep.
Oh, I love that arrangement. And how about you, Max? What you got going on? What are you building?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can change this.
They're so easy. I'm telling you.
Got the kamikaze plane. We saw that already.
No, but I think he's also
okay. So here, I have this. I have a lot of junk, and I have a whole box of stuff.
Nice.
So, like things, they're all dusty too. Look at that. It's all dusty.
Do we need to call hoarders? I've been watching hoarders all day.
I could just make. You know what? This is perfect. You know what I can do? Even have a horse. This I can be Boeing factory. You know, I'll put it together and maybe let's see what happens. Oh look, this is the cockpit. Yeah, this must be. I don't know. This is a Jeep. Oh, this is great. You know, we'll just put that in.
Why do I feel like you're building?
This could have been going to Ukraine, I think, but hey,
this is Frankenstein's monster about to happen.
Well, this is a cool. I never seen this buggy before. Oh, this must be a moon buggy or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, those wheels aren't big enough for that, are they?
Oh, but look at this. You got. I don't know what these are. These are like Baldos. Oh no,
we don't know the answer to that, Becca Lynn. We do not know the answer to that. Highly
that? Or you could turn it into a little taser, like tase me. Oh yeah, that'd be kind of funny.
Oh my god. So what's been new, Max? What have you been doing on the interwebs lately?
Drugs. I mean, I did 2 videos on the history of drugs in Japan. Yeah. There's
death in Japan, aren't they?
So many.
No, they're not. You're thinking of more fun countries like Indonesia and maybe Singapore. I don't know, but Indonesia definitely has a death penalty for drugs.
That's crazy.
So does China, but Japan doesn't. But they have some pretty strict. They have some pretty strict penalties, but not really death. Oh. I mean, there was one baseball player, and he got caught with 56 grams of meth, and he actually served a year, almost 2 years. But the reason why he served 2 years, normally it was a first-time offense, and it was a mountain of meth. But the real reason why they really slapped a first-time offense like a 2.5-year penalty on Yutaka Inatsu was he didn't snitch. They wanted to know. We know you got it from the Yamaguchi-gumi Yakuza group. So who were they? And he didn't say anything. And so he served his time, kept his mouth shut, and he got like totally harassed.
But when it came out, 2 years in prison than death.
Well, when the Yakuza, when he came out, all the Yamaguchi-gumi guys were bowing to him, like they were like, yeah. And
Respect.
So he didn't rat out.
I would do 2 years to be worshipped when I got out. Why not?
No.
To be safe from the Yakuza.
So
yeah.
Max, for those who don't know you, you live in Japan, right?
I live in Tokyo.
That's part of Japan.
That is Japan. Yeah.
That's like saying that you live in France when you live in Paris.
It says, this is all dusty. It says out of time, California license plate.
Hey.
It says out of time. Oh, is this like a Back to the Future?
It's what I was thinking. I was wondering if it was the DeLorean.
Out of time. Yeah, maybe it's the DeLorean. I have a DeLorean.
Did you steal all these sets from your son or something, your kid?
Yeah. And I got a whole box of Lego Basics, like 1,882 pieces too. Like a kid set. I got tons. No, I don't know if this is Lego. Is this a Lego? Oh, it's a Batcopter?
I thought that was a Transformer.
Is that Lego?
Oh, it is. Is it a Transformer? It's a It is, but it's broken.
Perfect for Pride Month.
Oh, it's a Batman.
I built the square. Look at that. This whole time I built the square.
Look, Batman.
That was pretty.
I'm not gay. Robin's just a friend. Okay.
I just get excited whenever Robin's around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Giggity.
That's
so
it's
poor
not
David.
gay if you don't push back. Hey, this is great. I didn't realize I had a Batman.
David, people are wondering where you are. Do you want to tell them, or are we going to keep it a secret?
Where?
I'm at the boat. I'm just
Yeah, he's at
on the
yacht.
boat. You guys, I've streamed from the down here before.
Not from that particular room, no.
Not from this particular look. I'm at the pool.
Yeah,
the
he's
pool is right across from me because it's very hot, and if I get too hot, I'm gonna go jump in and then come back out.
Oh, okay.
Provo push.
You have a heat allergy? Do you have a heat allergy?
I get all kinds of track marks when I get hot.
Leave Nick alone.
Did somebody actually say that? Oh no.
You know, I do have to say, I have learned so many new vocabulary words as a result of this whole that guy's stuff. I've learned Baldo.
Baldo?
I actually never knew what cuck was. I pretended I did because it sounded like I should know what it meant, but I had to look it up. Now I know what it means.
I got domino.
Domino. And I learned another word. I forgot. Oh, I learned felting, and sweeping.
And Jenny.
You have dominoes with your Legos? Are the
this
dominoes
is
made out of
Jaguar.
Legos?
I don't know why. I don't have a Jaguar.
Did you just like rob somebody's garage or something?
I don't know where I got these.
That's exactly what he did.
Just found somebody's box in their garage and look what all the stuff.
I don't know where I got them at all, but these are
Everyone's
dominoes.
showing love to Lefty. Lefty,
I bet.
what do you mean again? Oh, nose guarding. I learned nose guarding too. High fires.
Oh yeah, nose guarding.
So nose guarding, nose guarding. I was trying to change the subject.
Good luck.
Look, I was just happy to learn some new vocabulary. I have a 13-year-old, and I like to keep up with all the young, hip, lingo, all the vernacular.
How's that going for you?
You see 9? I got a word of warning for you.
Oh no.
You know no. Also, as a parent, let me tell you what I've done since I learned about all that mess. I'm like, you will never leave my house.
Wendy, you're certainly not helping this situation in the slightest. I don't know if you've caught on to that or not.
Oh, are we going to stop talking about it?
Jesus Christ, please.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good idea.
Max, you have a YouTube channel. When's the last time you posted on your YouTube channel, sir?
2 days ago. So I did one history of drugs. These are articles by Robert Whiting. I don't write them. History of drugs in Japan, and then celebrities are not immune from the temptation of illegal drugs. There was one where, and so I did some. Huh?
I thought we couldn't talk about that.
No, we're talking about his article.
We're talking about
his drugs. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So the interesting thing was there was this actress or talent named Erika Sawajiri, and she got caught with meth and ecstasy. But what I recall was somehow Robert wrote that she previously was married. She's part Algerian, French Algerian, and Japanese, kind of exotic, not unattractive at all. Anyways, she had a prenuptial agreement with her ex-husband, and it limited the amount of times that she would have to have sex with him. 5 times a month. After that, he had to pay $4,000 for each session. And I thought, that was a really good fact.
Genius.
Yeah.
Isn't that essentially prostitution?
Apparently
You
not.
said it. I didn't say it. This is a family channel.
I don't know what kind of family watches this channel.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, this is gonna be a long night, y'all. It's gonna be a long
Wendy,
night.
is that the arrangement you have with your men?
I'm one of those idiots who gives it away for free, so I am not in that smart category.
Oh.
It sucks to like it, because then you're like, and I also suck at withholding it when I'm mad, because I need it. So that's
You're not supposed to withhold sex when you're mad.
Don't use sex as a weapon.
Correct.
I agree with you, but isn't using sex, isn't asking to be paid for it also weaponizing sex between two people who love each other?
I think it's called monetizing. I think it's called monetizing.
Yeah.
So all YouTube creators are whores, basically, is what you're saying.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
See, that's
Jesus
why I'm
had
not
nothing to deal
monetized,
with
because
it.
I'm not a
Yeah.
whore.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry,
I have no idea how this airplane works. I'm gonna.
Yeah, Becca, right? We get to know all about Wendy. Sometimes a
Yeah.
little too much, but most of it is very good.
I know, right? I should stop now.
Oh, that Hawk
I
Tour
mean, we're
thing
here
went
to get
crazy,
to know
didn't
Max.
it?
Here to get to know Max.
Well, I don't know how this works. This is so weird.
So are you going to hodgepodge different half-built or quarter-built parts together, Max?
Yeah, he's doing it Lego movie style.
I'm telling you, he's building an invasion force that's going to deploy and
Look,
conquer a
this
small
is one of
country.
those landing craft, right?
Yeah, it sure
Um,
looks like it.
Oh gosh, it has all this dust on it. See,
So Max wants to
like out of
present
combat. Like
military.
it's John Kerry. He's our next president. No,
Okay, Max, did you watch the debate?
I watched clips of it. I actually clicked on when it's live. It was too painful to watch, and I thought, oh, I don't have to worry. People are going to clip it, and I'm going to see the best parts.
Yeah.
And it was really bad. And I can tell you who's happy. All the shithole countries in the world who have been told like America is better, all of a sudden North Korea said, "Oh, we feel really good. This is what validation means." Yeah, all right. F America. And then you don't have to your people don't have to run off to Mexico and try to get through the border or Canada, and invade America because they go, yeah, it sucks.
That was my thought. I was like, these are the two best people we have. Just so you know where we are at, U.S. Citizens.
That was the two top choices in the country for.
So I was
next
shocked
4 years.
by how many so I just, for those of you who don't know, I spent a week in Paris and a week in England and a week in London and I just got
Yes,
back.
you did.
So I was shocked and I was concerned that I might be a racist because I was shocked by how many non-French people were in France and how many non-British people were in London. Then I realized, no, they are French and British. They're just, their origins are from a different country. So there was a lot of, you mentioned the French Algerian woman, the pretty woman. There were a lot of Algerians in Paris, a lot of Moroccans, a lot of Africans, a lot of dark-skinned people, which I did not expect to see. And then I get to London, I'm like, well, for sure it's going to be all white people. No, not even. I swear, I saw
they have people of minority descent in Europe.
They do, and I was shocked. I'm like, why does everyone in America complain? All these other countries have tons of non-white people. What's the big deal?
Well, if you ask a Swede, they'll complain just as much as Americans.
Yeah, and this is where the French
Japanese
probably regret they allowed in a lot because of their legacy of colonialism. So
that's what I heard.
Think, but
so
now
Max,
they know
I've
better.
heard that the Japanese are the most racist people in the world. Do you find yourself to be the most racist person on this panel?
I try every day. You want to live up to stereotypes. Like when I go to Los Angeles, I close my eyes on purpose and just change lanes without looking. That way, people then you have to take the good and the bad because you know what they're going to say? They're going to say that freaking slope cut me off. Yes, they're going to say that, but they're going to say he must be really good at math. And so it all equals out.
So Max, Jenny just commented. She said, "Hey, I'm in Ireland, and I first saw Max on the fake trail on Baker Stream. He was hilarious. So here to watch the madness. Thanks, Jenny."
Hi, Jen. Jenny, I saw Jenny in Forrest Gump. She died. Jenny,
well, hopefully this Jenny lives another few years.
You know what?
What Ireland do you live in? I went to Galway a couple years ago. I loved it.
You went to where?
Ireland, right?
To Galway. Love Ireland.
Been to the airport once, twice.
They are professional alcoholics. They're very good people. Yeah.
Like I said, I loved Ireland. Cheers. Oh, what is everyone drinking tonight? Max, are you having a libation of evening?
No, I had coffee this morning. It's morning
it's like
right
9
now.
a.m. his time.
Yeah,
but I'm having beer in a plastic wine glass because I'm on the pool.
Sexy.
And I, of course, am drinking Yingling out of the horn mug.
Well, of course you are. This way up, I did not know that, and after just physically being there and seeing for myself, I agree with that. We didn't know it when we made the reservations at our Airbnb, but we were in a predominantly Arabic neighborhood in London. So there was like actual signs in Arabic and like restaurants.
Shepherd's Bush? You were in Shepherd's Bush.
I think we were in Westminster.
Oh, okay.
Which surprised me because I didn't think Westminster was. Yeah.
I know absolutely nothing about the districts and neighborhoods in London. Absolutely nothing.
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Hey, we like to call it Londonistan, okay?
Londonistan.
Valhalla would
Valhalla
would think he was back in his combat days. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of the women were in like the full dark. Yes, like just their eyeballs were showing. So I had to explain to my 13-year-old what that was about. And I'm like, I'm so ignorant. Because I don't have anything. I don't have the education. I only have the
stereotypical
what I think about it. Yeah, correct. So I'm like,
So did you say that they are very ashamed and they have low self-esteem, so they cover themselves up?
That's what I said. But I didn't know if that's the right thing to say. I'm like, because they'll get their asses beat if they don't wear it. That's what I said.
Yeah, these channels are done.
Oh, right. Did I say something wrong? I thought that was. I didn't think that was controversial.
I mean, it's not.
Max, what do you do for a living? That's what I want to know.
I don't do anything right now.
No,
I need to get a job. Yeah, I was a director of a cybersecurity company. I was on the audit and supervisory committee. I didn't know anything about cybersecurity. I still don't. And so then I have to do something else. I don't know.
Hold on. You're the director of a cybersecurity company?
But he doesn't.
I was on the board. I was on the board. It was
But you don't know anything about cybersecurity.
Yes, because I started out as my friend was a CEO, and he asked me if I would be an advisor. So I was an advisor. Then I was what in Japanese they call kansayaku, which is a corporate auditor, but it's not an auditor. It's really weird. It's it's more, and then it actually has no powers. And then because they wanted to go public, they needed something. They needed a audit and supervisory committee. And so in order to do that, you have to be a managing director. So I became a managing director. So it was like an accidental managing director promotion, which was interesting.
I hate when I get accidentally promoted.
Right. I hate when they accidentally put me in charge of things.
Just wanted to pump gas.
Right.
I didn't come here to run the company.
So you just go in and so on the board were that was Mark Kelton, the guy I mentioned earlier. He was he retired in 9 years ago. Until 2015, he was the agency's deputy director for National Clandestine Service for counterintelligence. What is it? NCS/CI or something like that. Counterintelligence. But
so let's just get this straight. So your best friend is works for the State Department in counterintelligence.
No, not my best friend. That's he's an old guy. He's retired, but he was on the board. I'm saying he was on the board too. Yeah,
so
and there was
directors for
no, it was not. It used to be a government. The company used to be like 25 years ago, it used to be one of these, the technology was one of these kernel-based protection things for, it was NSA, and then they spun it out. You know how NASA JPL spins out, commercializes its technology? Well, this company originally, like 3 years ago, got spun out from NSA. And then for a long time, it was a Virginia company. And then there's an opportunity to acquire it. And so there was German money and Japanese money. And
Max was like, "I'm giving you my money."
No, I didn't do it. I wasn't at the time, and in 2017. And then my friend, Japanese friend, bought it and then funded it. And I don't think it's doing that well right now. He's no longer there. And
anytime the Germans and the Japanese get together, it usually doesn't end well.
Yeah, I know, but it was. So I think the whole. Oh shit! Okay, well, that's done. See,
that looks really cool, Max. I like that. Max, where did you grow up? Or if you don't mind telling us.
Oh, so I grew up in Canada and also the U.S. And I went to my parents are psychologists, so not anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're retired. But we moved all the time, like from let's see, Massachusetts, and let's see, upstate New York, where SUNY Albany is. Albany, right?
Nice.
And then up in Canada. And then I went to school. I did college in Canada. I did my master's at Georgetown.
In Washington?
Yeah, Washington, D.C.
Nice. Yeah.
But I didn't live in Washington, D.C. I lived across the bridge in Arlington.
I love Arlington. People are asking, were you in Calgary in Canada?
No, but nearby there. So I know where Calgary is. It's where Ted Cruz was born. Ted Cruz was born Canadian. You realize that? And that's why he has such a nasty temper, because he knows it and he feels bad about it.
Half Irish is in Calgary.
Calgary is okay. They have it's kind of like Alberta is kind of like Texas with their oil and their and they even have something called Calgary Stampede. Yeah, I think it has to do with cattle and horses. Yeah,
Cattle.
They don't eat them though.
Ted was born at Foothills Hospital near my parents' house. Half Irish says.
Really? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Stampede starts next week, she says. We talk about Canada. Half Irish knows all the things.
What is
the
Calgary Stampede? Is it like a festival?
Lolita, you're funny.
Rodeo. Here comes Johnny's a one-ball man. He's off to the rodeo. It's 30 below, and I don't give a fuck. Something like that. There was a song.
Jenny lives in Cork, Ireland, by the way.
Ireland.
Irish.
That's where Redbreast, that whiskey, I like.
That's what she said. Yeah, Jameson. Oh
no, but
Redbreast isn't Jameson.
Redbreast.
Jameson and I had a one-night stand. Oof. No bueno.
We're talking about liquor, Wendy, not the guy you met at the subway.
No, I am too. My first and only experience with Jameson and some other people. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Wait. And some other people?
Well, I mean, it was a group of people. That was a group of people. I did not go home with a group. I started out with a group.
That's not what. I feel like you're walking back your story a touch.
I feel like I said a lot of things that weren't true, but that sounded.
Hey, this is my AWAC.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
It's the AWAC now.
Valhalla, have you ever been inside one of those tankers? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know what they're called either.
Like the ones. See how Max is like lifting up his little hatch?
It's an A.
Yeah.
Have you ever been inside one of those?
Humvees have hatches.
Humvee, yeah.
Like just a regular like Jeep truck. They've got hatches, but they've
like
also
the ones with the missiles on it. Like I don't know what they're called, babe.
Well, there's a couple different options, I guess. I've been in a few of them, not many. I was light infantry, so we walked more than drove. But I've been in Bradley's before. I've been in a tank once or twice. You know, you get to do that stuff when you go through training and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
We've got teamed up with the Big Red 1, which is a mechanized infantry unit, and we got attached to them. So I got their combat patch authorized. And during that process, we got to catch a ride in a couple of Bradleys, which was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, didn't have to walk that day. It was really cool.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard when I was stationed at a certain huge base as a civilian, not in the military, we were told that it was they were downstairs trying to recruit people to get them to Afghanistan. Like they were trying to take civilians and get them to go fight you know,
Jesus.
things. Oh yeah, no, it was crazy. So I went and lined up. So I'm like, I'll try it. What the hell? And of course, they didn't let me go because I was a single mom. But anyway, they said that women were not at the time. This is the first contingency related to that last skirmish, and it was they weren't allowing women they couldn't go into those tankers yet. Still,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
it may have changed now, but women
Is
could
it
not.
because there wasn't room for their tampons or something? Why would you?
Technically,
Well, no,
yes.
there's
It was
kind
had
of
to do with them. You have to be able to be inside for 30 days at a time, apparently. And we all know what happens to women every 28 days, theoretically. So women weren't allowed to be in there because there was no hygiene.
That's what I said. They didn't have room for the tampons.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
I wasn't wrong.
Did not, Ted. I did not leave my lipstick on the sidewalk that night, too. Interestingly, I was completely sober. Well, ish, when I hit my face on the cement, on the concrete that night. Certainly wasn't drinking. Let's put it that way.
I forgot about that.
Okay, this is a super AWAC. I don't know, but there's no wings on this. I don't know how to get the wings down. It sucks.
Thanks, White Rabbit.
Oh, where's my other jet? There's no jet thing on the end.
How's it going to fly?
Huh?
It can't fly.
This is a drone. This is a drone. It goes up.
I'm telling you, he's gonna take over a small country with whatever he's building with Lego right now.
I don't know what this is. What movie is this? What movie is that?
Max, when you do eventually take over a
That's
country,
Dr.
which
Who,
one
isn't it?
is it and why?
That looks like a Disney movie.
A Disney movie?
Yeah, that little character looked like well, Star Wars is Disney now, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's a Star Wars movie or something.
Maybe.
Or
Star Wars doesn't exist anymore.
It's dead to me.
Don't say that.
Listen, if you still have hope for Disney being what it once was, we've got to talk after the stream.
I never have hope for things ever being the same. Valhalla, Wanda Stevens wants to know, will you be done with the verdict watch before Nick visits in August?
I better be. Oh my God. Why would you even say that?
which verdict?
We're doing the Karen Reed trial. And
I thought it was going to be over by this weekend. Or
I thought it would be over by yesterday.
I was expecting it to be over before the weekend started, for sure. And apparently I'm just an idiot because that's not what the jury had in mind at all.
Boss Storm is in the house.
What up, Vol?
And
doing, Boss Storm?
Diva's here. The White Rabbit's here. Jenny's here. Half Irish is here. Phoenix is here. All the cool people are here. Becca's here. Erin, Olivia. Yay. Hi. Sorry she's late. Marissa's here.
Oh, look what I found. I don't know. I don't think this is Lego. It says explosives. Look.
I don't think Lego makes explosives.
How cool would it be to explode something on a Lego stream?
I'm going to go with not cool at all.
What? That would be epic. That would be way better than me face planning.
I'm glad we didn't get that at live either.
I'm trying to open it.
So since all the weird ass diseases originate over in your side of the world, what can we expect coming up for the next few years to be taking over, as far as virus or whatnot?
Well, you already have that whole human. What is it? There's going to be more variants of bird flu passing on to humans. You're going to get what else has come through? Oh, you got the old Ebola and the
Wait, how'd you say that?
Monkeypox. Remember? Monkeypox. Remember, in 1990 or so, the guy I actually met, Ken Alabik, if you look him up, that's his shortened name. He is probably Kazakhstan. I can't remember, Uzbekistan or whatever, but he was until the Cold War ended, he was the Soviet. He was at the colonel level. He was the head of their biowarfare program. So they had labs all over the Soviet Union, including like the Black Sea. So when he defected to the U.S. and he wrote a book in the 90s, and it's called BioLeak or something. I have it. I can send it to you. And he disclosed that a lot of these previous epidemics, like Marburg virus, and there were a couple of others, were actually lab leaks. They were accidental lab leaks, like coming out of Black Sea labs. They were accidental. They weren't meant to happen.
Okay.
And so they before they would say, oh, it just came out of nowhere. You can't say, there wasn't this thing of saying, oh, you can't say it came from China. That's racist.
Well, times have changed, clearly. Yeah. Now we can't.
Yeah, I thought Americans were super racist about the Chinese now. I thought that was socially acceptable.
When did we first learn that the vid came out of China?
What?
Right before it happened.
We're always happy, Jenny.
Yeah. It was coming out in 2019. Are you talking about when did you get it? When were you allowed to say it without getting deleted by YouTube?
Well, when did people actually know where it came from? When was the first time?
It was back in 2019 before, like I said, but it was, if you mentioned it came from Wuhan, if it came from China, you'd get deleted or you'd get banned.
I do remember that.
So there was a point where finally they're going, oh yeah, it did come from China. It did come from the lab.
Oh, about all that stuff. Our bad.
Summer 2019. Some people are saying late 2019. Some are saying summer 19. We just weren't allowed to say it, Half Irish said.
I think I recall, like, as it was coming to the U.S., I think I remember doing research into it and being like, oh yeah, that definitely came from that lab in Wuhan.
I remember Trump saying it like in late January, and then apparently he wasn't supposed to.
Oh, so thanks, Fubar, because I was wondering who Aunt Deb is. So ask MLS and Valhalla about getting Aunt Deb on. We know who he is. They know who he is.
I don't know what this is. What? Is this a transformer? Dude.
That's pretty cool. It looks like it.
Looks like it.
But it doesn't.
Oh,
here. Oh,
Max, did you just grab some weird Rubbermaid bin out of someone's basement?
That's what he did.
Yeah, this went to an estate sale over this week.
So we need to get Aunt Deb on.
We haven't touched this for a year. The fin broke off. Shit, that sucks. Okay, maybe I have it somewhere else.
Annie.
Oh, it has landing gear too.
That's pretty cool. So Dave is at the yacht club. Dave went swimming. He and his wife sometimes during the week they'll go to the yacht club and go sleep on the boat for a night or two. And so right now he's at the club.
Like a warthog.
For a dip in the pool. So he's at the yacht club.
Yeah, I want to be able to jump into the pool.
Hey, I see some Reuters reporters. Oh shit!
I'm so excited because Max is going to act out all of his Lego build.
Damn you, WikiLeaks! I'm going to get you Assange.
I love this. Absolutely the wrong thing to say in every setting. Max says it. It's amazing, and I love it, and I'm here for it.
Dave's always here for the wrong thing. I love it.
It wasn't a warthog, anyways. It was a C-130. You know that really good song you're supposed to sing to children.
The cadence.
You know it. You know the words. C-130 rolling down the strip. Bad motherfucker on a one-way trip.
It is the cadence.
NETS, Lego Flower. Valhalla's building the new Lego succulent
We
set.
don't know if we're ever coming home.
How do you know so much of that cadence, Max?
Huh?
How do you know so much of that cadence?
Oh, it's my friend. He was drunk. I think he would sing them.
It's a marching song for those that haven't caught on in the military.
I don't know but I've been told Eskimo pussy is mighty cold. You're not supposed to call them Eskimos. They're native peoples or Inuit, okay? Get it right.
So Becca Lynn jumped out of a C-130, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Becca Lynn is a legit jumper.
I jumped out of 4 of them.
I wanted to skydive when I was younger. I always thought it'd be cool. And then now that I'm older and have kids, I don't want to.
Do you know what we say in Spanish? That's pendejo. No.
Look at this.
No, gracias.
It's like How do you get this action?
Marissa said, "Nice knowing your channels." Becca Lynn says, "Full Metal Jacket." I love how Max is. We need to animate his.
This is
oh, that's a limp one.
They make
the Baldo. There's a Baldo.
Max, how is it that you got on YouTube, and why have you not been kicked off?
That's a good question.
Because he only did.
I think it was in March 2022. I was interviewed by Andrew Esquire on the. I was working on the Greg Kelly case. Greg Kelly, he was the representative director of Nissan. He was arrested along with Carlos Ghosn in 2018. So I'm his friend. And anyways, my friend and I, we supported him during the trial. So Andrew interviewed me for that, and it was kind of funny because Andrew was in South Korea at the time. And I was at the cybersecurity company in Tokyo, and we ended up. It was a Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, I decided to drink whiskey for that, and Andrew did too. And so it sounds like a long time ago, but
so
it was just kind of fun.
You started the drinking streams.
Yeah, but this was during the day. This was an interview, and
that's what I'm saying.
we were just having fun. But I think since then, and then there were these drinking streams later you hear, but I think even Andrew said it more recently. There's a point where he thought this is not really good for himself or the channel, even, just too much drinking, Yeah. Now we didn't do too much drinking in that stream, but he actually made a decision that say, you know what, I'm going to cut back. It's not going to be conducive to my lifestyle. Yeah. And that was fun.
Good.
That was fun. Yeah. So don't drink too
Valhalla,
much.
Are you cutting back?
No,
enough.
no, I'm certainly not.
He is not a quitter.
No.
Yeah, you're not a quitter. You can quit anytime. You can quit anytime.
I could. But why would I want to?
I just think, well, if you ever have a problem, you're going to be the last to know about it. That's the tricky thing.
Fair.
It's true.
That's
yeah.
fair.
And if you're doing it, if you're not doing it every day, I think that there's this recovery time that you kind of need. I'm talking about drinking, not sex, but recovery time with drinking.
I don't date men that need recovery times.
After the age of 30, you need, you can't just go back and do the other, or it's going to catch up on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Recovery times.
That's why I drink every other day. Yeah.
There you go.
This is the thing about any, I'm going to say addiction just because there's no other great word to say. This is the thing about it. It's not a problem for the addict. It's only a problem for those of us living around or with the addicts. So if it's not a problem for you, don't worry about it. Leave it alone. Just saying.
Live and let live. That's the most libertarian aspect I've heard.
Don't you call me that ugly word. Come on, Valhalla.
Listen now.
But you are.
You are, and you just don't know it.
Yeah.
Look, when you can get your people on the side of my body being mine, we could talk. Just saying.
That's libertarian. It very much is.
They really? Then why? Okay.
Oh, look, it's a canine. It's a police dog.
Aw. I've been watching a lot of
Where
canine.
the hell did that come from? That's not Lego either.
Oh, it has a battery in it.
He just.
Max, I don't think there's batteries in Lego. Are there, you guys? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sometimes there used to be the train. The train, I remember back in the late 80s had batteries and stuff in it, and I'm sure there's more now.
Hey, look, I got sex toys. Look, a dildo. Yeah. I don't know what this is.
It's a lightsaber.
See, I don't have to worry about any of this because my channel's not monetized.
This is a Baldo.
Oh,
look at this, boys and girls. Look,
Max is holding a Max.
You're touch gay.
Max, when did you order your first ball?
That's gay. That's gay. But it's still Pride Month, so you can't do anything, YouTube. This is Pride Month. Yay!
Max is being helpful. Is that a pen? People want to know, is that a pen? I think it's supposed to be a weapon of some sort, yeah? Are we allowed to say weapon? I don't know.
No, it's a light. Look, I turned it on by mistake. I don't know how.
It is. It's cute. Oh,
I think it's a lightsaber.
Oh, I love lightsabers.
Oh, look.
It's a lightsaber.
Max,
lights
what
it
was
up,
the
too.
box you were holding before the dog? Becca Lynn wants to know.
Oh, explosives?
Oh, it's TNT. It's done dirt cheap.
TNT. No, I don't know how to turn this off. How do I turn this on? Boy.
Oh, Kate.
Max is
Libby says
educating all of
K9 is
us.
a Doctor Who toy.
I think there's a bunch of the Doctor Who stuff in there. I think you held something else.
You want to play? You want to play Doctor? Oh God! Look at that! I did it.
Oh,
Watch,
I want to play
watch.
Doctor with that toy.
Watch this. This is the Baldo. Watch this. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I love that. Hells yes.
And then it gets your balls like this.
Oh, Lolita, that's what I thought, but I'm
Oh,
still
it's
not
so good.
True.
I'm gonna private this video immediately after completion.
And there's a side view.
Don't worry, mine will still be up.
Good.
See?
Max has
Yeah.
the coolest stuff, people are saying.
I didn't know it worked like this. Oh,
Max
That's
does
really
have
cool.
stuff.
It's a good sound. Like,
So,
okay, open
Emma,
wide, wider.
So David Fubar wants to know, have you ever watched a wood resin streamer, BM Sculptor, next level woodworker?
This is so good.
I don't know the name of that one, but send me a
We'll have
link.
to look it
I
up.
do have several that I've watched, but I don't know that particular one.
And Marissa says, Val, if you get demonetized, have Max record your appeal video.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I somebody told me I have a race card and I can lend my race card to anybody, even if you are white and not gay
Outstanding.
and white and straight and everything else.
I mean, aren't all white and everything?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is Max can get away with it all. They're not going to say anything because he's Asian.
He's of the
So
right.
But you can only make fun of
So-
Asian
so he
people, though.
appears.
You can't make fun of my
Yeah, but you're kind of Asian too, you know. You're Caucasian.
Yeah, David told me that I was using the wrong word for white people. He said that Caucasians aren't white. And I'm like, what? I didn't know that.
Caucasians are from like the
Caucasus
the Turkey
Mountains.
region. Caucasus Mountains, yeah, near Turkey.
Yeah, the Smoky Mountains in Appalachia. There's a lot of them. That's where they're from. Yeah.
Where the family
much fun in
tree
the
don't
Smoky
branch.
Mountains.
Yeah.
How dare you,
David,
sir?
David and Valhalla and I hung out together in the Smoky Mountains. It was really cool. We
did.
whited out big time. We were white people all day. I was with all the white people. I was having fun.
Oh, this doesn't turn. Shit.
Max, when's the last time you've been to the U.S.?
Long time ago. 5 years ago, maybe? 5?
Coming back?
Yeah, 2019, 2018. Yeah.
All right, Max. So I got a question for you about Japan. So in 1960, there was like a big decision made in Japan, essentially which way it was going to go politically, and it kind of went towards the stronger government, more stability sort of approach, as opposed to a weaker government. And I guess essentially more freedom for the individual. Do you think Japan made the right choice at that time, or do you think they should have gone the other way? And do you think like there's a chance of getting a little bit more individual freedom in Japan?
I don't recall that the choice in 1960 was between kind of a. I don't even see it like. I mean, I see that the Liberal Democratic Party, with a few exceptions, has been kind of the dominant conservative party for the most part. I have to go back and check, but at one point, like post-war, 1948, I could be wrong. There was a socialist government. I think it was Asanuma, and it was there was something called the Showa Denko scandal, and at that time, it was still under the Supreme Commander of Allied Powers, MacArthur, but there was a revival fund, in Japanese Saisei fund, for Japanese industry, where you could borrow money to grow your company. And so this one guy went for a loan. And he found out all the money was gone. It had all been given to an agricultural chemical company called Showa Denko. And that scandal toppled the, I think it was the Asanuma socialist government. And kind of since then, you've had this almost, with a few exceptions, the LDP has been in power. 1960s, 1948, and 52.
Well, the reason why I say 1960 because that's when the big riots were going on.
The riots were for like with the U.S.-Japan alliance. You had communists continually trying to gain power and influence. So that's, I think, what a lot of it was done. Now, what the U.S. was doing, like even during SCAP, they were funding anybody who declared themselves anti-communist would get money, even like former war criminals and Yakuza, as long as they said, I am number one enemy of communists, and they get money. And so, yeah, you had those riots, but
those riots brought in the liberal, whatever they're called, social, the form of government or the political party that you guys have now.
Yeah, LDP,
and they're like the only party now.
Kind of, yeah. There have been times where there has been a socialist democratic socialist prime minister, but that's pretty rare. The CIA was giving, I think it was like $12 million a month, or to the LDP until 1984 or so. Then Japan's economy was taking off, and the LDP said, "We don't need your money anymore." So there was yeah, but I don't know if you would say that if you went to the left that it would be any more that you would have more individual rights or anything. I don't see how a left-wing socialist government would give you more individual rights. I don't think it was a difference between that.
Do you think the Japanese people have a lot of individual rights?
Especially coming from like Canada and the U.S.
If you look at, and this is funny because during the Carlos Ghosn and Greg Kelly trial, I remember I saw that the Ministry of Justice in Japan was paying Google for these pre-forma questions. And so the argument is, and it's true, they'll say, if you look at the U.S. constitutional freedoms and through the amendments, right? Or say you will find equivalents in the Japanese Constitution. And that's technically true. But one of the examples I cite, for example, what's your 8th Amendment right? Is it 8th Amendment right? The right against double jeopardy,
speedy trial, and
double jeopardy. You will find it in Article, I always get this wrong, 33 or 31 in the Japanese Constitution. It's clearly spelled out the right against double jeopardy. Also, Canada's Charter of Rights and Freedoms has something against double jeopardy very clearly. However, and I'll explain later that Canada is worse than Japan. Japan, back in the 1970s, all the Supreme Court justices got together and they said a single case, whether it's tried at the district or regional or Supreme Court of Japan, constitutes a single jeopardy. So that means, say you're charged and you're fully acquitted, the prosecutor is not satisfied, can then, I know you can appeal verdicts in the US, but in Japan, it's unparalleled. They can just take it and retry it, and that's why you really don't have a protection against double jeopardy. But Canada, I said, is worse. Canada, they call it. They don't even call it the state. They call it the crown. If the crown can try you as many times as they like. So that's like playing baseball and having as many times to swing the bat as you wish until your arms are too tired. And once the state goes, okay, no mas, I've like hit you 87 times, and okay, I give up. Then only then can you not be tried again. Do you have double jeopardy? But Canada, yeah, they can try you as many times as they like until they get it.
Jenny wants to know. Max, Jenny wants to know, how did you meet these crazy bunch of LawTuber or LawTuber adjacent people?
Oh, okay. So I met I was watching the Rittenhouse trials, and I think it was, and I said this a lot. There's that point when that guy who had his arm shot off said something stupid, and it was Andrew. He went like, "All right, that's it," and his expression. And so I looked him up, and that was Legal Mindset, and I started watching him, and we were just corresponding, and then I was working on the case for Greg Kelly, the Nissan representative director. He was largely acquitted, and he's back in Tennessee. And like I said before, Andrew interviewed me for the after the final verdict, and he also flew. We met in person that year. We Seoul, South Korea, and Tokyo aren't that far away. And the funny thing was, I also, maybe through his stream, Josh or Mean Copium was also a guest of Andrew. And I think one time it could have been, maybe it was Abe or something like that when he got assassinated. I came on, Josh asked, do you want to come on as a guest? I said, sure. And now Josh and I live in Japan, but Josh is in Osaka. So, but Josh actually travels a lot more than I do. Right. He's a videographer. He's a professional videographer.
Yeah.
He does travel documentaries and things like that. So he and I not only met in Tokyo a few times, but I mean, we all three of us, Andrew, Josh, and I, we all met together more than once, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
And then on the Friday streams kind of became a thing. I can't remember when, but
those are fun.
Yeah. And and somebody asked in the chat, I think I didn't notice it, but somebody asked, we had this it was back in July of last year, and somebody asked, how did one, I don't want to use the word dox, but how did you find out this one guest, Captain Halfway? And I said, well, actually, and I will state it because it was he basically, you have an individual who basically doxed himself and he doesn't realize it by bragging all these things and tweeting these things and putting photos with things blacked out. Didn't realize that the same original photos exist on old accounts and they all get traced back to original Facebook accounts, all public, all on the internet, on old Twitter accounts and everything, and they all lead back to
David. Wait, hold on.
And so that was done in 72 hours. So I don't think it's ever a good idea to kind of
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, because
Libby
asked about.
You say that he doxed himself, and that's fine, but because he did. But the information that you were able to pull up on Captain Half Fun and identify him was amazing.
It was pretty.
Dude, if you did a bunch of adult film videos with your legs in the air and dressed up like that, you would be pretty easy to find. I don't. You'd all. Especially if you're going like, I used to be somebody famous. You would know I was a much beloved child star.
He really did say that he used to be a famous dude.
Yeah, he wasn't.
I am. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to leave the studio for a second. I got.
All right, David.
Move. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how somebody does that because it's a weird. If somebody comes on and says, "Hey, I'm whatever," and you're not coming here to make claims. You're not saying like, "All you poor losers are working stiffs," and I retired at age 29 with $17 million or something ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm kind of sure that's not true.
No, it's absolutely it's all false.
Oh, it's not true for sure. We know.
You're making it easy. And
I mean, why even say that? It's so silly.
Because the truth is more amusing because it's just the truth is the truth is far more amusing. It's
I mean, it always is, right?
Yeah. I don't know
Plus,
why.
If you don't tell everyone everything at the beginning, it's more fun for them to get to know you as you know, if you've got a stream and people want to get to know you.
Well, I don't think that was ever his intent. If I'm being
know.
flat out honest, I think he had other plans. And
Yeah, Max, Libby was asking, what did he say? He actually,
okay. So,
he was asking about how you uncovered.
Oh,
and have fun.
So actually, here's the thing I found out later too. And in 2004, the son of author Louis Theroux, the son of author Paul Theroux, Louis Theroux, he's a British guy who did a lot of kind of documentary work. He's interviewed people on death row.
Yeah,
in 2004, he toured. He'd been doing it since the 90s, right? So he went through on tour in 2004. And it was it later became a 2005 book called Call of the Weird. Instead of Jack London's Call of the Wild, it was Call of the Weird, and it was an investigation into various subcultures in the United States. And I can't remember which page it was, but he ran across in 2004 a 21-year-old, and they used the stage handle Mac Turner from Georgia, who was a farm boy who explained that he'd been raised by his grandparents and was just starting out in the adult film industry. And this matched a lot. And from there, you also had in 2018, the same individual was supported by the adult video industry network. And there was a fundraiser, which linked to a GoFundMe, which is still there. And that GoFundMe it showed photos. And this is kind of similar to the boogie thing right now that Medocur is going on about. But in this case, this individual, they said, they had both his real name and his stage name. And he showed a photo of him. It looked like a meth addict, or he had like wasting disease from HIV or something, And he said he had this obscure neurodegenerative disease and he needed money, and that the meds were like very expensive. He only raised $1,490. It's still up. The link is still up there. And the reason why is, I think the way GoFundMe works is you can't just raise money and say, I have cancer, I'm dying. Take the money and run. If you were a con man, you would want to delete the thing, right? And hey, but it's up there. You can't get rid of it. So it's there. And it goes back to motive. I mean, there are a lot of people who will sell you a sob story in order to get donations. And I think that's what he was doing in the past, and maybe he was looking to do it again. And he does tend to sell his sob stories of non-existent children that he's lost. I mean, that a lot of people right away go, oh my God, kids. Oh yeah.
Heartstrings.
How much do you need? And fortunately he does it poorly. And, but all the makings of a con man, and there have been people prosecuted, and they should be. I mean, for maybe slightly more amounts. There was an influencer on Instagram or TikTok, and she faked having cancer, and maybe she got $45,000, but she was prosecuted.
I've covered lots of people that have done like VA stuff, VA scams.
Oh yeah, Valhalla does those. What are they called? Something Valor, Stolen Valor.
Stolen Valor, yeah, Stolen Valor. So I don't think I titled them anything, but me and Dave actually have done a couple of them together.
Yeah, I like those videos.
Well, I think those are important to a certain extent.
Agree.
I think that those people need to be famous.
Recently there was a fundraiser for Fiery Red, who's legit. I mean, he needs
100%.
And I talked to him a few times in Discord. He's a good guy, and he's forthright. And I point out, I say, it makes him feel bad, because I say there are these a-holes who will pretend to have these things, and it really, for these people, you're trying to get the message out. For legitimate people who say, hey, hey, $50, $5, you're going to question. If you don't know the guy, you're going to question, what if he's one of these these fake grifters?
Yeah.
Oh, T-Rex pointed out. Okay. Yeah. The funny thing is, he made the problem is when you make so many false claims, like you're on this perpetual, continual stream of lying diarrhea. For example, The photo I found, it had all the exit information. It was in June of 2010. It was taken with the Samsung phone, and so when I'm on the stream, I said, and I found, I'm just trolling him a bit. I'm going, you're a poor ass white N-word because you can't even afford an iPhone. You got to use you have to use bottom of bargain bin Samsung, and what he does is he goes, I've never had a Samsung. I've never.
That was the thing with him, right? Is you would challenge him, and I watched that stream, and I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, part of me really enjoyed it. And when so the fake Navy veteran thing is still a joke around here. We still joke about that. But he would dig in, like, no matter what the alleged accusation or whatever was, he would dig in as hard as he could, and then it was really easy to prove him wrong.
Yeah, it was really stupid. I think there are some liars who actually have success because that is a tactic. If someone challenges you on a lie, then you just go, "How dare you? I fought for this country," and you find out he never served or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Well, then you look like an asshole if you challenge someone like that, right? Because you're like, that's so not cool.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was raised to challenge everybody, so I don't give a shit.
he was very very stupid. He actually, so weirdly enough, Valhalla, he talked to me and he goes, I'm going to get that Valhalla. I go, what? I had no clue.
I had no idea either. I was caught.
And then he told me, I'm going to expose him as a fake veteran. I go, what? Like, where is this coming from? And he explained, well, I was on a show, and then when he went to I love this. When he went to take a break for a smoke, and then he needs to interject, and smoking is bad for you. And then,
what? It is not.
And then he locked me out because, and then I heard from you later because you were actually really straight. I don't trust you. I don't know you enough. I don't trust you. So you locked him out of the stream until you came back.
Yeah.
And he took that as he was so. It was weird because I couldn't understand. Then so how could you be so offended by that? Especially when you're telling me that you're going to get him. You're going to get him. You're going to tell everyone.
Sounds like Valhalla was exactly right to not trust him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the White Rabbit asks, "Are we talking about CHF?"
Yep.
Okay. Yes, dear, we are. They went to walk the dogs and they came back and it was like chaos ensued.
That's yeah. But it was also it was pretty funny because we got down to, it was weird because one of the things was one of the other YouTube posters had sent me a photo that was taken in front of his residence, and it was a white SUV, and he'd asked me, can you identify this? And it took me a while, and I said, oh, that's a 2016. That's a Mitsubishi Overlander, 2016 or 2017. And and I didn't go as far as to get the VIN number. I did that for Monty, because he had a 98 Tacoma, and 2021 he abandoned it, and it was picked up. So he either didn't have the money to dispose of it or whatever, or he abandoned it, and the state picked it up and then auctioned it off. So all that information, the VIN numbers on that thing. So, but going back is, then we're on stream, and I don't know, he was messaging me in the StreamYard chat going, is that all you got? So I said, okay, well, you got this white Mitsubishi SUV, and if he were any one of us, you would just go, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That would be the appropriate thing. And he started going, you're such an idiot. That's Rob's car. And I was going like, you just confirmed most important thing, that this is your residence, which you don't even own. It's your common law or your live-in girlfriend who owns it, and it was just kind of, it was weird because he deleted his Facebook, but he claimed that Facebook belongs to his identical dead twin brother, who was a porn actor.
Lieutenant Hot Dog, Mrs. K. Griff says.
How
Griff said
amazing of a cover story, actually.
Right. Well, here comes David. He's coming back.
Oh, you found it. Oh no, that's mine. Yeah, I looked at the screen and I go, "Hey, you found something that looks just like mine." I realized, oh, that's my screen. I was going, oh,
Max, that's really cute. I really like that piece. I really like your build.
No, it's like
David
a shit.
changed locations, y'all.
It's like when the late Prince Philip, he looked at this wiring and he said, "It looks like an Indian engineer wired it up or something." He was criticized for being racist, but this looks like
he
this
wasn't.
this looks like it was designed by a crackhead. You know, this is a crackhead's airplane. You know, when Homer Simpson was allowed to, when Homer Simpson was, he had this long lost half brother, and he had a big car company, and he designed this super car, man.
Oh,
this
yes.
is Homer's. This is like Homer's airplane. Oh yeah.
Oh, I lost
It's a flying car.
Everyone thinks you were cheating, David. No, so David was swimming, so he probably went and dipped in the pool again. And then
I
put
was
some
in.
clothes
Well, I
on.
was in the pool, and so I was.
Did you make
streaming
snow
from there,
angels?
and then the bugs were ridiculous. So I was like, I have to move
Really?
indoors. So
I don't
now,
like.
Now I'm in
Yeah,
the
I
gallery.
can't.
FYI, we can see the reflection of your computer monitor in whatever's behind you.
Oh yeah, I could see it in your back.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big.
It's
It's a.
fine.
That's the pool area behind me. I just literally moved
Hi, Jojo.
indoors. I just
Hi,
didn't-
Jenny. Hi,
and it's
Siobhan.
air conditioned.
Oh, good.
So Jojo,
good.
how did your daughter's tennis tournament go?
I'm gonna put missiles here. These are my missiles.
Does he still show up over there on occasion?
Who?
Misfit, he said.
No. I was talking
No?
to Max Mura.
I know,
Who-
but
who
he
does?
said
Captain Have Fun. Does he still show up over in
Oh,
Melrose?
I want him back. I mean, he's kind of gone quiet. I mean, when Josh was here earlier this year, he was messaging Josh with these really long messages, and then Josh was we're drinking, and Josh said, "Do you want to send him a message?" So there's a picture of me with my middle finger, and I'm drinking from a flask, and I have sunglasses on.
Outstanding.
I don't think it was. This is a copper shim. Oh, what is that?
Is this a
Oh,
racist? This
No,
is a
why?
racism.
Yes, it is. It's cultural appropriation. That's a white man in native garb. So you're not allowed to do that, you know? You have to have unless you have a certificate.
You
Because
have
that's
to have
another
an
thing.
accent.
You remember that
I
kid
was
that was
carrying a certificate around.
there was a kid that was accused of cultural appropriation, and because he was at a football game and he had Indian garb, and then he's actually part Indian, but you look white and that's bad. So I guess you have to carry your "I'm not fully white" card or something.
That poor kid. He was like a lot Native American too, if I remember correctly. He was like almost half or something.
Yeah.
They paid him though. He got paid.
Oh,
yes, he
really?
did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They settled that very quickly.
Boy.
Yeah, they didn't want those headlines.
Well, guess what? Your kids are going out for Halloween as bring some money for daddy. Yeah,
right?
Bring it on home.
So the rumor was that I was cheating.
Oh yeah. They're all on the right track. I didn't even have to say it. They just knew.
Mm-hmm.
Chat was all aware.
You can see me building this as we go.
Sure, Dave. Sure. It all started with Thoreau.
Well, it all started with Thoreau when asked about how he found out about CHO.
Ugh. That guy was a trip, y'all. He was an absolute trip.
CHF showed up in Baker Stream a couple of weeks ago. It was very strange, the White Rabbit says. I don't know who this is. But I also I've been out of the country for a few weeks. So I missed everything.
You know who it is.
You know who Captain Have Fun is.
Oh,
I just him for Halloween.
him. Oh my God, that's my ex-BFF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who it is.
It's other chats will call him Captain Ukraine.
Yeah.
or Captain Anus, like ANOOS.
Captain Have Fun, Ella. Captain Have Fun. He's an
I called him Captain AIDS.
He's a caricature of himself, I guess. Is to me that's
the weird thing was, I remember it was he kept on. He's maybe said it 7 times to Josh. Do you want to know how you can gain like 70 pounds of lean muscle mass in 3 months? And I said, like, off the cuff. I said, totally off the cuff. Oh yeah, decaderbalin, which is nandrolone. You know, the reason why I know about steroids was I used to kind of work indirectly in professional baseball in Japan, and right away it was weird. I didn't expect it. He goes, "It's not decaderbalin," and I thought, okay, there's many different types of steroids,
Right.
but he seemed to have a familiarity with decaderbalin. Like it was this, you know.
Yeah, that's
and now he did work in an LA Fitness, but it was more than that. When I looked at the photograph, where it really does appear to be him, he looks like a meth addict or.
Oh, you've seen him without the mask on?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Also, his pee-pee.
Oh, I heard you. Oh, I thought that was a rumor.
No.
Where have you been for the last half hour, Wendy?
Look, I know you have parental controls on your browser, but you should try to look up for the whole full version of Wizard of Oz XXX. You know?
Oh no! Oh no!
I hope he doesn't ruin the what's the one?
He was a scarecrow. He sings the song too. So, in any event, what happened was with decaderbalin or nandrolone, a few times there was there was a shortage of decaderbalin in the U.S. And you have to understand, it's not just for people who want to bulk up or whatever. But if you are, unfortunately, an AIDS patient in the U.S., there was a time when there was a shortage. And there's a condition that a lot of AIDS patients get. You get HIV, you get AIDS. Yeah. And it's called a wasting disease, a wasting condition, where you look very much like somebody who is from on meth or whatever.
Yeah.
And they, evidently, back then, I don't know now, the only thing that could really help was only nandrolone or decaderbalin. That and just kind of got me thinking, you know, like, whoa, yeah. Not singing, but I am. There's different ways to have familiarity with certain substances like that, and it seemed to kind of match, especially when I look at that poster. It was a sight to see. Maybe I'll put it into private chat for you. You can take a look.
Wendy's all about looking.
Wendy wants to say, Wendy is like Peter Pan.
Thank you for knowing that.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy though, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
There is no good way to describe. Oh wait. Ooh, gross.
Thanks, Mrs. K. Griff. Mrs. K. Griff just trying to save me from myself. She's like, please don't look at it.
That's not even the worst one out there, yo.
Oh yeah, the other thing is my beer's in here. I gotta go get a beer.
Oh my god, I got too much stuff. I just clicked on stuff where, okay, Wendy, here's the first one that I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's that one. I'm sorry that I can't. I don't know if it. I don't want to get you.
Didn't kick me. Oh, it's
And that's him.
What's his name? Wait, no.
Yeah. Yes. Look here.
What the actual?
Oh no.
Are you?
Wendy, don't pull it up on screen.
Yeah, don't.
I'm
pull
not.
It
yeah, don't pull it up on screen. Yeah.
I'm not. What's wrong with him? Why does he look like that?
Well, that's what he was just telling you, Wendy.
I mean, to me, that looks like somebody that likes to cook things.
Okay, so now take a look at this one. The look at the second from the left. in the third article.
Shut the front door.
I told you.
Max, I love that you're educating me. Thank you.
What?
I love that you're educating me.
If I were your husband, I would beat the shit out of me because how dare you said this to my wife, you know?
Should we tell Max how many husbands I've had? It's okay. There'd be a lot of people you'd have to beat up. It's okay.
Oh, there's a 3D character.
That's really cool.
Well,
so I just saw
find
Wicked,
this on
so now I'm like really traumatized. Here we go.
Oh, well, here's some
I
more.
was trying to figure out a way to share it. Hang on.
Yeah, if David can do it if he wants to do it. Wow.
Just so we're clear, I have nothing to do with any of this.
But this is good.
All right, I think this is safe enough. All right.
Oh shit.
Man, that woman's hot. She's got a nice
Oh shit.
Wait, Captain Have Fun is in the guy behind her?
So there he is. He's the scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Yeah, they have it full time. Yeah.
I mean,
if I only had a brain.
I mean,
that was the Tin Man, wasn't it?
Using steroids.
No, the Scarecrow didn't have a brain. The Tin Man didn't have a heart.
Yeah, Tin Man. Yeah.
You had it right.
If I only had a weenus. Yeah, that was.
Max, do you like musicals? Do you like to go to plays or musicals or any of that kind of stuff, or no? It's not your thing.
No, not really. I've gone.
But you didn't like it. Not your thing.
Oh shit.
No, it's fine. I'll go. I just procrastinate and I end up, not going. Here. I use this photo. You can take a look
David,
at this.
You're looking smexy, Texas Jen says, David.
Have a look. This is the Twitter I put out a while ago, and it uses a photo.
Bro, can I also comment how I didn't want to tag you on Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was gonna tag you because I posted about the Lego stream, right? And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about tagging his Twitter name.
Oh, why? Oh yeah, I was shadow banned for 5 years. I didn't realize it. And
guys, if you want to follow some fun Twitter, go follow this right there.
Oh, Valhalla. Oh, I got messages on my. Oh, so you know what happened was do you guys follow Doctor Who?
No.
Okay.
Show.
Doctor Who is British.
My son loves Doctor Who.
So that was I guess Megan messaged me. She said it was a sonic screwdriver. That's what it was. From Doctor Who. One of them was.
Yeah, she did. Somebody told you that was from Doctor Who.
Okay, so Doctor Who also had something called a Tardis. Not a retardis, but a Tardis. It's like a call box, right?
Yeah, I responded. I responded to me being sexy comment.
He did. He went.
Yeah, I mean my face.
Okay, so like this.
David's been losing weight, y'all.
Like this. This is the call box.
Yeah.
That's a Tardis. So the Emperor of Japan. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Oh fuck. The Emperor of Japan went to the UK recently, and he was talking to this famous British Japanese author, and he was talking about his late father or his father, and he's explaining. I guess he was some kind of inventor. So the Emperor said, he kind of invented things like the Tardis, and so all the British people, of course, got it because they knew what it was, but the Japanese politicians and reporters had to scramble to figure out what it was. So they were asking all these questions. That's how my boy got a lot of attention because he has
something that works.
He has a Doctor Who bot or something.
That's cool, David. I love that.
Do you like David Bowie?
Oh, I love David Bowie.
Okay.
I saw him in the Glass Spider tour in Mountain View at a concert.
Okay. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this. I go, stop. Oh, I gotta.
Max, do you like Huey Lewis?
Yeah, do you like Huey Lewis? And then you're going to beat me. No! Ow! Do you like Huey Lewis in the news? American Psycho.
We love Huey Lewis in the news.
I like Huey Lewis a lot.
But mostly we love Huey Lewis. Tell him, David.
Oh, how do you know? Oh, really?
We love Huey Lewis. Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it was a line from American Psycho. You know, when he goes,
I've never seen that show.
Here, see? These are David Bowie.
Oh. What the hell? That's so cool.
I got another one. These are not mine. Oh, Let's Dance. See?
Very androgynous.
And this is
Oh my god, I love that.
Oh, these are all. Which one is this one? Is this Thin White Duke?
I don't know that one.
Oh, what's it
Those
say?
are cool.
And this is a really nice bowl cut. I didn't know he had a.
Oh, he was just a baby.
And then
was this out of the box that the Legos came in?
No,
Or
it
you
was
just have
nearby.
these around?
I just had these.
I was terribly confused for a minute.
Oh, it goes better this way. He's kicking. Okay, I see. He's kicking.
Oh, I don't think I knew that, Hal. Hal said Huey Lewis was in the movie Sphere with Sharon Stone. I don't think I.
And I don't know why it has a little pointy thing on it, but Bowie.
I love that.
So
Are you a big Bowie fan, or are you just collecting certain things?
No, I like Bowie. My boy is a real Bowie fan. He likes Bowie. This one. Oh.
Which saying can't I use, Fubar? Sorry, I don't know what I said wrong.
Aladdin saying.
You said all the things wrong, Wendy. All the things.
Right?
The young dudes. Yeah.
I love David Bowie. I haven't. I grew up really strict parents, so I wasn't allowed to go to like rock concerts or whatever. So my dad took us to our first concert, which was Duran Duran, and he took us and he fell asleep with 80,000 screaming teenage girls. And then when I was an adult, I was able to do my own. Like once I got married and had kids, like I went and did my own concerts. So I only went to a few, but I saw David Bowie, and that was like a highlight for me of my life. That was pretty cool.
I would fall asleep.
Rexy Lefty has come and gone. He went to work, babe.
Oh, so
And he said he's been confused all stream.
Oh, this is a.
Oh, look at that. That's the Louvre. Just kidding. Why is
This
that?
is not
Have you been to the Louvre?
Mouse,
No.
have you been to the Louvre?
Oh, I did. I went to Paris. I didn't go in the Louvre. I just but I did go to Paris. Yeah. I didn't like Paris so much.
I don't think if you
Does
don't like
Paris
big
stink
cities,
like
you're not
urine?
gonna like Paris. No,
No, but it has a lot of dog shit on the sidewalks. And it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of crappy. I didn't like it. I like Germany better.
Oh, my mom loves Germany. I've never been there.
Germany's always.
She said it's so clean. She loves it.
Yeah,
You know,
Germany was good. Germany
I
was
think it
fine.
depends on when you go to Paris. Like I've never seen poop on the ground, but I did see, I was just there 2 weeks ago, and I did see a lot of homeless people this time, which I never saw that before. A lot of homeless people in London too. So there was, I'm sure, poop everywhere. We just didn't see it. The sidewalks were super nice and clean, Mimsy, when I was there. I loved it.
It's like a TIE fighter? No, it isn't.
Good night,
This is
Mrs.
like
K. Grift.
I wonder what this is.
Maybe I'll go to Germany next. I've never been to Scotland either.
Oh, I went to Scotland. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was okay. It was work though. Going through.
Yeah. If it's like
Did I hear
Ireland, it'll
correctly,
make
you are unemployed currently, Max?
Who? Yeah.
This is how
What
you
does
have
that
all the
mean?
free time to stream.
Oh yeah. And so I did this. I don't know if I'll end up. It'll be ending up working as work, but there's one of the political magazines. I met with them last Thursday, not last Thursday. So they were looking at some of the crime stories, the cold cases, and the current ones too. So I thought, okay, well, we could look at them. There was a triple homicide in Kings County in Washington in '94. One of the guys is here in Japan, and there was a quadruple homicide in Tokyo 24 years ago, and one of the suspects.
Is there a lot of murder in Japan?
No, there's a very low murder rate, but you still have one. Yeah.
You guys got a cannibal guy that is out of prison now and like writes books about it and stuff, right?
Really? I think
yeah.
Issei Sagawa, the guy who died.
Oh, he might be dead now.
He's a weird, creepy guy in this 80s or something, or 70s or 80s, and he cooked and raped, cooked or whatever, and he got off. He had rich, connected parents, and so they were able to get him to Japan. And
that's badass.
The Rolling Bowler, Valhalla. Look at that.
He was really creepy.
Badass.
He was really creepy.
Yeah, he like wrote a big novel about it after the fact and got to cash in on the whole thing, and it was
he'd be on late night TV with porn stars and stuff.
It was very strange.
Oh, here it is. Oh, I found it. Okay. This is a mini tripod. It's a mini tripod.
This is the Rolling Bowler scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
So Max inspired your purchase of that build, right, David?
Absolutely. Because of the Asian kid in Temple of Doom.
Oh, the Asian kid? Oh. What was he the same kid in Goonies? Oh.
Yes, he was. And he's back to acting now. He took forever off, and he's back to acting. He played Mobius. No, not Mobius. He played. He's in the Loki TV show, the second season.
Loki.
And he was in a movie I just watched. Which was
why do you take time off? It wasn't like Harvey Weinstein was after Little Asian boys.
No, I think he was a kid, and he would decide to like go back to school.
Live a normal life.
Yeah, I think that was the idea.
Marissa has a skunk in her yard. I'm scared of skunks.
Don't be scared of them. Just
I have
don't
a skunk
approach
in my
them.
yard every night.
So Valhalla, didn't we talk on the last stream we did? We talked about my wasps in my yard, and you said those are dangerous for the animals, right?
The ground wasps, yeah.
Well, it built a nest on my fence.
Spray it. Get some hornet spray.
Well, okay, so my dad was over today, and he goes, "You don't kill the bees, right?" And I go, "Well, of course I don't kill the bees. What am I, a barbarian?" And he goes, "Well, why would you kill the wasps?" And I'm like, "Well, Valhalla said they will hurt your animals." He goes, "You don't have any animals." So,
well, if you don't have any animals, then why are you worried about the animals?
I just feel like I should kill something.
Oh, God.
I mean, they just look so menacing. When I left from Europe, my nest was this big, and now it's this big.
Yeah, it'll get out of control quick.
It's huge. I'm
Wait,
scared.
so if it's a nest on the fence, then it's not the ground wasps.
Oh, okay. So they're not. So no one's going to step on. Like, won't be like the grandkids are gone. My daughter's 13, so she's afraid to go out there anyway. But it's her yard. Like she plays volleyball out there. She plays basketball out there, and I'm like, I don't want her afraid to go out in her yard.
Wasps are pollinators, so they're not important.
Okay, Bad Dep, that's what I thought too. I thought the wasps would kill the bees because I noticed my bees were all gone.
They can, yeah.
And I made my backyard is a bee haven. Like I built it to have bees. It's a pollinator garden, and now there's no. I saw one bee when I got back, and 100 wasps. Maybe not 100, but a lot.
Okay, there it is. I see where the camera's going.
I know. I kind of feel like a murderer. I feel like a little bit.
Why?
Because
are they bees or wasps?
They're wasps.
Oh yeah, wasps are fun to kill.
So I can kill them. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't pollinate. They don't do anything.
Are you allowed
good.
to kill wasps in Japan?
Yes.
What's the strangest law in Japan that you think that like shouldn't exist, or just as weird law?
It's a weird law. I don't know. There's when you have the laws on prostitution, they don't actually address. I don't know if they address prostitution, but they get very specific. So they prohibit penile and vaginal sex, but by definition, it means that
So you could.
anal sex is okay.
It's all about the loophole.
And I guess a little HRA, a little, a little something, a little hop tui.
Yeah. So, and when you're tracking disease, like, there's pandemic levels of syphilis. It's also hitting the U.S. You get and also drug-resistant varieties of bacterial STDs. Like the first case of antibiotic-resistant gonorrhea was found in the throat of an asymptomatic sex worker in Kyoto. So she was giving blowies. It was in point of contamination was in her throat or mouth, and she was passing it on, and she was asymptomatic.
So she had no idea.
Yeah.
It's like Typhoid Mary back in the
like Typhoid Mary, yeah. But so by definition, syphilis also, it tends to, the first stage is a painless canker, which a guy might notice, but he's probably going to go, "Oh, it went away, thank God, phew." A woman's not going to be looking upper woohoo or points of infection. So then you go to second stage, and if you miss all of this stuff, you're old and you get tertiary, you get third stage, and you end up like almost literally like worms in your brain. The bacteria is shaped like a corkscrew, spirochete. So that's what happened to Al Capone. He became a blathering, drooling idiot.
I just watched a video on that today.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he had that disease or whatever, and it just made him. They said he had the mind of a middle schooler when he died.
Yeah. Why were you watching that video? It must have been from the debate. I think that's how the algorithm works. Yeah.
That was so embarrassing.
Bad Duck says my corkscrew is not bacteria. How dare you, Max?
Yeah, you're a corkscrew.
Because he's a duck. Get it?
No.
Oh my God, Max! You don't know about duck penises?
No, are they like pig penises?
They're corkscrew.
Isn't it?
I one stream without talking about ducks.
Not if it comes up and somebody doesn't know about it, Dave. Then we absolutely have to discuss the matter because it's fascinating.
Poor Dave.
All right, everyone, get ready to watch the video.
So why are you just farming goats and not ducks?
I have ducks.
You do.
I thought you did have ducks. You have some still again, Valhalla?
Yeah, I've always had ducks.
But I mean, didn't they kind of?
They get eaten down over the winter by
okay.
the coyotes, and then every spring they repopulate. And
cool.
It's
So
a,
they
it's a
come
neat
back.
little
with
it's a
their
neat little
corkscrews.
I thought pig penises were corkscrews.
No, that's their tails.
No, I mean I knew that, but I thought, okay, I didn't know about ducks. See how much I learned from YouTube.
You're gonna learn today.
I did. I learned about some penises.
Here you go, guys. Education, animal husbandry 101.
Max, you got to see this because we're not.
We ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What is it? Yeah, okay.
It's quite the sight to see.
That looks huge.
Oh, they're making baby ducks. I see.
Oh. Man, I need to get out more.
Wait for it.
What the hell? Looks like a salt.
What? They're both male?
No. Male, female.
We're waiting for the male.
There you go.
Oh my.
What?
Why do you all always
Now
roll?
wait. There you go.
There's a duck penis.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen a duck penis.
Looks like tortellini.
Wow. Thank you, Rossman Ranch. I
like
thought so. She said yes, pigs do also have corkscrew. And Rossman Ranch knows because she's a real cowgirl.
I believe her. I've never looked at my
pig's penis. I haven't really had a
Well,
reason.
I want to see a video of your pig's penis now. Just
Well,
saying.
that's going to be a
Okay,
difficult
Wendy.
video to take, but
Settle down
I'll see
now.
what I
Settle
can do.
down.
Oh God.
Hi,
Bad Duck can confirm that's an accurate representation
Mm-hmm.
of a duck.
And the female ducks, their inner bits are corkscrewed as well with false tunnels, and they're typically corkscrewed the opposite direction. Let that sink in.
Wait, can you repeat that?
You heard what
I don't know
said.
what I'm making here.
What are
That's
you making?
really cool, David.
I have no idea what this is eventually going to be for.
It's going to be a corkscrew.
But yeah, they're typically
First to go back to my interesting old Irish laws.
we've got like different caverns and dead ends and stuff in there apparently.
So they had a lot of children.
Yeah, they lay eggs. They don't have children, but
Oh.
same.
Mm.
But yeah, some of the duck nests can be quite plentiful.
How many can they get? So how many eggs can you get from one time?
This.
Well,
I've
I
had
guess they
nests-
lay eggs and then it doesn't get. Wait, I'm so confused why they're having intercourse because don't they just fertilize the eggs?
How are you going to fertilize through an
Huh?
eggshell?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I thought they
That's
said
Wendy.
They
when
said
a mama duck and a daddy duck love each other very much,
Yeah. Swear to God, I didn't know they did it.
we need to have the birds and the bees story with Wendy. She doesn't know how babies are
Jack
made,
came
even
and
though
sat
she
on the
has
egg
like
and fertilized
12
it.
of them.
No.
No.
The mom sits on the eggs to incubate them. They have to maintain a certain specific temperature and moisture level, and they have to be rotated. So the mom will get what they call is broody, and she'll do nothing else other than tend her eggs, and it takes almost a month. But they're fertilized before the eggshells are developed around the eggs.
Oh no. These are anti-Semitic dominoes.
Oh,
I apologize.
Jesus Christ, Max.
What?
Oh, God.
What? Here.
But what
Okay.
makes them that? What makes them that, Max?
Hmm?
What
Oh.
makes them that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Stop it. Stop it,
Look.
Wendy. Stop
See
it.
that? You see?
Oh, my
See?
God.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way this stream's staying public.
You know how
There's
do you
no
know how
way.
insulated California is? So so Max doesn't know, but I'm born and raised in California, third generation. My daughter obviously born and raised here too. So we're in London. We're in the airport we're at the train station going from Paris. We're at the Eurostar going from Paris to London. And we see a Hasidic Jewish man. And my daughter goes, Mommy, it's an Amish guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's similarity. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
Okay.
I'm like, oh.
So
So I, like,
so
quietly
I went to Meme's channel a couple weeks ago, and I noticed his Friday streams weren't public.
Yeah.
And
now you know why.
And so I said, "Hey, did you take them all down? Are you still doing your Friday streams and stuff?" It'd been a while since I really watched anybody. And he was like, "No, I still do them, but I have Max on a lot, and so I make them members only once stream is done." So,
yeah.
Sorry, Toy's
Check
like, I'm
that.
a California girl. I knew about the eggs. I didn't know. Sorry.
He said when we did the cringe van, he said I had the record number of N-words. So I think he meant ninja and Nika whiskey, but I don't know.
there's
he
a
likes
woman.
Nika whiskey.
There's a woman who made a Facebook video. I think it was Facebook that said, "Oh my God, did you know she has a lemon tree in her backyard and she was going to go to the store and buy lemons or asked her neighbor for lemons or something?" And she's like, "Well, why don't you just get them off the tree?" This woman had no idea that you could just like take the lemons off the tree. She thought they had to be processed some way.
What
She
the
thought
hell? Okay,
that.
I even know that.
She lived in California, Wendy.
Yeah, that's
Lemons
no.
are actually
We know better than that here.
lemons. I think are like avocados, in that you can leave them on the vine, the branch, and they'll just continue to like build flavor. I know avocados are like that. Like an avocado won't just eventually fall off. You have to pick it.
Well, my neighbor, my very old people love me, and I always befriend them, and then I end up doing all kinds of free labor. So my old neighbor lived across the street, this viejito, this little old man, and he played the whole Mexican card. He totally had me. Oh, that's cool, Max.
Cool black.
He asked me if I could help him get the lemons
what
off.
is cool black?
These are eye drops.
Got to be black.
Because once
Don't
you go
be
black,
yeah. Oh, these are great. These are
Lady Autumn Sky met Mark Wahlberg in Paris. Girl.
These are mentholated eye drops.
Oh, that sounds like a kink.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Oh, I've been doing these ones. Like these are like Zins. These are.
Why are you putting menthol in your eyeballs, Max?
Because it wakes you up. These are like Zins. These are like, it's not dip, but it's like tobacco, nicotine pouches.
Are those things Nicholas eats or chews on or whatever? Nicholas Starro?
Maybe. No, he does snus, doesn't he?
I see these white things in his mouth sometimes.
Yeah, they would be like snus. This is similar. These are in Japan, though.
It's
What
basically
is Valhalla making?
I am making a bunch of different succulents. Little
pile. By the way, these candies, they're made in Michigan. They're little like Michigan shaped candies. But I don't know if they're good or not. But I can't stop eating them.
Oh, you should eat them.
Is that weird?
Oh, that means they're good.
No, it's not weird.
That means they're good.
So they're in the shape of little Michigans.
Well, Marissa, that's what I want to know. Why would you want your eyes to burn, Max?
Because it feels so good when it stops. That's what happened. Well, look, it's not like icy hot. You know that unfortunate video with Kurt, and he put icy hot on his lower back, but it looked like he was putting it on his bunghole by the expression on his face.
Oh
Yeah. I don't know why he did that. I mean, he may be a little bit socially awkward, but he often in his subject matter, he knows what he's talking about, but not when it comes to cooking. And so when he's cooking, I mean, he's actually privated his cooking streams, but yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
You can't be good at everything, but my theory is Kurt was doing that on purpose. You know how the strategy is to leave your collar like off so a woman will say, "Oh, here," So I'll adjust it, and then you get attention. Maybe he's cooking so badly that somebody's going to feel sorry for him and say, "Oh, I'll come over and I will be your domestic servant and love slave."
What is happening right now on this stream? I'm so confused.
Well, we're looking at a pyramid, and we've got.
That's a pyramid. This is a pyramid.
This is the greatest Lego stream ever, Valhalla. That's what this is going on.
We're like Muhammad.
It's like your ducks. Look at this. Look at your duck.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and there's no corks there. There's no corkscrew.
There's your ducky style.
So Valhalla, are the women ducks have corkscrew shaped vaginas?
I said that like 3 times.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry, you're out of luck. If you don't have a corkscrew, there's no match.
There's a lot going on. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's evolution's mating game.
So it keeps us crossbreeding, I guess.
This has landing gear. Awesome. I can't get it out. So landing gear will come out.
I always, you know what I do when I go to cook something? I always get like a recipe online or something, and then I just tweak it as I see fit. Right? So I've got like oh yeah.
A lot?
I do almost all the cooking at my house.
Like what? Like, what do you make?
Whatever I choose to eat.
Awesome. I didn't know you cooked.
How do you not know I cooked?
Well, you don't invite me over for dinner.
That's not true. You have an open invite anytime you want.
Really?
But you live in California.
Exactly.
I do.
Sorry, I don't want to dox you, but are you Southern California?
No, I'm Northern. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Sacramento.
I used to live in Redondo Beach.
No way.
Yeah. I work for Eaton Aerospace. So
no way.
They had the first point. Aerospace was nearby the airport in El Segundo,
Yeah.
But then they have a plant out in Long Beach, so I had to drive out there.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
yeah, so I got to both ends. And then Redondo Beach, where they call it Hollywood Riviera,
Yeah.
That's where I live. Yeah. So it was okay. Yeah.
Nice. My dad grew up at Long Beach. Like that's where he grew up, like hanging out and surfing and all the bad kid stuff. But the parents moved to Northern California when I was a baby because we lived in Riverside, which was like at the time you couldn't even breathe there. The smog was so bad.
Really? Was it that bad? Wow.
Oh, it was horrible. Like when I was in high school, I used to go
Sounds
visit
like a place I want to live.
Oh my God, it was so bad. When I was a kid, when you flew over the airport, you could literally see the smog. And when you chewed gum, it would turn gritty. That's how dirty it was there.
Ew, why would you want to live there?
No, they didn't. That's why they left. But now it's fine. Now it's clean.
Open up.
Reversed it.
It's the police. It's the police. Hey, we hear you got. Yeah, it's a bad. It's the government. The government. You've been doing some nasty practices. Yeah.
They sure have in the Karen Reed case.
Okay.
Do they prosecute prostitution a lot in Japan? Or is it one of those?
No, not really.
In Japan.
Not really. I guess they can.
Hi, Tia Nana.
Yeah, there's kind of a blind eye to it. I mean, there's a lot of quasi-legal prostitution. So,
Dave's thing about
you
moving
have
to
to you have to really be an idiot. It'd be like getting busted for nowadays in the legalized environment for dealing weed, which is still going to happen because as long as you tax it and everything else, then people there are people who won't be qualified to get it legally. So, yeah, you're still going to have a thriving market for black market weed, and I think black market sex too. Oh God, this is giving me a head rush. This nicotine.
People are asking you your Diana G wants to know where your anti-Semitic dominoes went.
It wasn't anti-Semitic. The swastika was originally. It was from the manji. Is it used in Buddhist and Hindu religion? So
it was an Indian.
It was the Nazis. That the Schicklgruber, Adolf Schicklgruber, or Hitler. He was looking for symbols that were powerful and would speak to the power of Aryan superiority. And they found the manji, but he got the reverse manji. But it didn't matter because if you were dyslexic like I am, who cares? Yeah. Same thing, anyways, right?
So Toyla Carissa says something that I've heard too, because my daughter's husband was stationed in Japan. And she said that she's heard that the Japanese women don't mind as much if their man sleeps with a prostitute versus an affair with someone the guy knows.
Yes and no. I think it gets overblown. It's like
I watched that video though.
All of my friends, if I said, "Hey, would it be okay if your wife, thought that you slept with you went to a soap plant?" Like they would end up they would be kicked out or they'd be in trouble. So it's one of these tropes where there may be some truth in it in certain periods of times in certain classes, and then people just go, "Oh, you'd be a retard if you suddenly went and said, oh, it must be okay," because you'd find out. I don't know if there's a similar kind of half semi thing in American culture where you would say, well, do you know that it's okay in the States to do this? And you go, yeah, really? And you go ahead and do it, and you find yourself ostracized or in trouble.
Yeah. I thought it was legal in Japan for some reason. I don't know why I thought that.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of play for pay places and sites and everything. You can even you have a place. Okay, so they've had these places called Robert Whiting's written about this, and they were called these bathhouses where women would go and they would scrub you off in a private room, and then they would you could have their way with them or something like that, right? And they were called Turkish baths. Okay, this is a true story. Yeah. And so and these were not like streetwalkers, or they were not escorts. Okay, they
Right.
exist too. But these were licensed and or to a point, and they were available. However, the Turkish embassy in the 1970s or 80s got really upset because in Japanese English they call these places Turcos, like Turkish baths, Turcos.
Yeah.
And so they actually had a contest to say, we need to change the name. What's a good name for it? And I'm not making this up. The winning suggestion is now adopted because there's a lot of soap. It was called Soapland.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And so you know what we call the Turkish embassy now?
What?
Soap. That's a joke. that part is a joke. Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. But you know, in the video I did on drug use by celebrities, that was the latest one I did. Robert Whiting wrote this. There was a woman named Erika Sawajiri. She's actually half caste or half her. I think she's the product of a Japanese. One parent is Japanese, and the other is French Algerian or something. She's kind of exotic looking. She is a former model. She's an actress. I thought she was married to an F1 driver or something like that. But anyways, Robert Whiting said one of the interesting things, she was busted for possession of methamphetamine and also for MDMA, ecstasy, or E.
Oh my!
But Robert Whiting pointed out that her, what do you call a prenuptial agreement? The prenuptial agreement that she had with her ex-husband was he was limited to conjugal relations with her up to 5 times a month. Did I mention this before? 5 times a month.
Yeah.
However, after 5 times, he had to pay $4,000 for each session.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I thought, oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then you said, "Oh, I've been charging too little." Yeah, okay. Yeah, but that was kind of weird. But and if you get that story, which is a true story, that is first of all, prenuptials aren't normal in Japan. They're rare, and I think her ex-husband was a foreigner, and so before people think, oh, they have prenuptials in Japan and they limit the amount of whatever. That's not true.
I feel like I left a bag outside. I'll be back.
Yeah.
There's no way that would hold up in a court, right? Like, there's no way that would hold up in a courtroom, though, right? Like if somebody,
that could be difficult. You never know. I don't know how the family courts are. It'd be kind of funky. If you want to get divorced in Japan, though, I have a friend. I know I have a friend. He's Dutch, and he's separated from his wife and his kids. I feel bad for him. He sometimes shows up on the stream because I told him about the drinking stream. And he, what was I going to say about him? Oh yeah, when you get divorced with a Japanese, you can do a no contest divorce where both of you sign, and then it's just like, okay, you're done. But if one of you, if you contest it, because there are issues like they don't have like joint custody yet and things like that. You don't go straight to family court. Usually you go to what they call arbitration, which is all administered by the court. But the people that do the arbitrators are lay people.
Oh.
They're not judges. And
it's basically just like a counseling session kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You're required to go into for arbitration. It's called chote. Well, this is a long time ago. There was this other guy. He was a white guy who later became a Japanese citizen. And when he went into arbitration against his Japanese wife, the arbitrator started haranguing him and saying, "Do you really love your kids?" What kind of hell question is that?
What?
Well, if you love your kids, you wouldn't be entering into this sort of action. And the guy got really upset, and he just said, I find this question, this sort of statements from you as an arbitrator to be biased, unprofessional.
Inappropriate.
And he realized at that point and I told this to my friend. If you find that the arbitrator is biased against you, you can demand that he be changed or he or she be swapped out. And so what he did was he walked out, and the guy ended up apologizing. I'm really sorry. And but this guy is kind of an a-hole. This is a long time ago. And what happened was they brought in another arbitrator. And I thought, oh, you know what? Don't be an a-hole. But you want to anticipate if the arbitrator shows bias and then demand he be removed. And he goes, why would you do that? I said, I did that with an insurance negotiation. And the guy was an a-hole to me too. And when the second person is brought in, he knows the previous case. And so he's going to be a lot less confrontational, and he's going to be easier to deal with. And yeah, so those are some of the
missing
tricks.
That makes sense. Leave it
David,
outside.
what are you are you still drinking, David?
Yeah, I got a
People are
Michelob
asking
Ultra.
what we're drinking. Oh, you changed.
Oh, what is it? A Michelob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David's from Michigan. He drinks weird stuff.
No, Michelob. I
gotta
remember
watch
that from Michelob. Michelob was like a premium, a light beer, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's drinking.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
But the history of was it Michigan? No, it was up in Wisconsin and up there. The whole history of malt liquor was interesting because malt liquor used to be like premium. They had some country club image, and it was for like rich white people, and it never really sold. And they kind of lucked out, and they malt liquor. Colt 45. Colt 45 wasn't what it became. I think it was named after a football player on the Baltimore Colts or something like that. But anyways,
Billy D. Williams.
Yeah. Then it became kind of the choice, the malt liquor of choice amongst the black population, and you had Willie D. Williams, right? Or whatever his name was. And a lot of people to this day think Colt 45 represents the gun. But it was interesting because you were able to get away with a lot of the wording. If you said things like if you used words that kind of implied that this had a lot of bang for your buck, like alcohol, then you would they would make you change it. So you couldn't say like, hey, it's like an explosion and it's gonna get you juiced.
Like Red Bull has wings, like you can't say that kind of stuff.
And so anyways, Colt 40, and then of course in the 80s, the rappers, we have St. Ives and Cold Reserve and those things. I still think that the way they're made is they might have 9%, but they're like in Japan, they have these things called damn it, I forget what they're called now.
You know what's funny about you mentioning Colt 45?
Yeah.
Broken Baker was just in the States a month and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
I definitely bought him a Colt 45 40.
You did not.
I swear to God, I did. He didn't finish it, but he was
DJ Radis Race. Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
Colt 45. Okay. I had these. I think I don't know, but with these ones, they give you a headache. The ones in Japan, they don't call them malt liquor. They're made with probably from shochu. Now I told it Suntory makes them. I totally forget the name. Anyways, when Andrew Esquire came to Tokyo, this is like the second or third time I met him. He was standing across the road in the drinking area, Shinjuku and Kubukicho, and I had two tall boys of this high test whatever drink cans in my hand, and so we're just like walking around drinking.
Can you
Strong Zero? That's it. Okay, they're called Strong Zero. Strong Zero is really weird. So they're like 9% or even 12%, and so if you drink like two 500 milliliter cans of Strong Zero, that would be kind of like drinking 4 beers, right?
Ooh.
Oh wow!
But it doesn't. Honestly, it's weird because it doesn't feel like drinking 4 beer. It feels like drinking 6, and the next morning you feel hungover. Like you go, what the hell was in there? But there's you just don't feel right the day after. You just feel like you've been hit in the back of the head with a 2x4.
Ooh,
and
sounds like something I want to do. I can't.
yeah, every day. That's right.
Better than falling on your face.
Oh,
did
you see that picture, Max?
Huh? What?
Oh, so we did like a Dollywood field trip, basically, right? And a bunch of people came in.
Where is that?
In Gatlinburg.
In Knoxville.
It's in
Knoxville.
Gatlinburg.
Okay,
No,
East
it's not
Tennessee.
East Tennessee. It's in Gatlinburg. It's right at
He's in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But Wendy took a face plant one night and left her lipstick on the cement. It was an impressive picture.
I have a friend in Morgansville or Morganstown. He's a doctor. He has like a whole bunch of clinics there, and that's close enough, isn't it? It's outside of.
I might have seen him that night.
Never heard of it.
I might have seen him at the hospital that night.
Oh, Dr. Arnold Hopland. He's originally from Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Oh, cool.
But he's now maybe 79 or something.
Oh no,
But-
my doctor was hella young.
Yeah, but I got to be friends with him because he was a doctor on board, not as a doctor, as a passenger of the Diamond Princess, this cruise ship that was held and quarantined in Yokohama.
With COVID.
Yeah, COVID. Yeah, and he's a friend, and it's funny because when you talk to this doctor, he's still practicing, and he has an interesting background because you think, hey, he's an effing 74-year-old doctor. He don't know. He's from Tennessee, and they're backward in Tennessee. Who cares about him? He actually was. He when he was 13, his dad died, and so his uncle said, "Hey, do you want some help?" And he didn't want to have help, so he was going to high school, I think in Wisconsin,
at 13,
and he didn't have a lot of money, and he got even bullied. Like he was shorter, but
Wow.
And I remember he told me this story. It was kind of funny. It was a kind of interesting story. How it was a weird kind of classic thing where this taller guy, like he's probably like, the Bron King of football, captain of the football team, tried to, I think he trashed his textbooks, which was a big deal. And he tried to beat him up by, lifting him up and throwing him against a locker. But he was a wrestler. So he took the guy down and beat him up. But then they told him, we're going to get you. And so he knew that they were going to get him. So in those days, you drive your pickup truck. Remember, he's 74 at the time. Now he's 79. And it was like out of a movie. These guys come with their sticks or whatever. So he had a revolver, a pistol in his glove compartment of a pickup. But he had loaded it up. And guess what he loaded up with?
What?
Can't remember, was it sugar?
Salt.
Or was it sugar? No, sugar, I think.
Usually salt.
But it was sugar, I think. And anyways, when he shot the guy it ended up right between his eyes. He fell down and everyone ran away. And they said, "Oh God, Arnie shot Bill." And Arnie went home living by himself. He's 16 or so. And the deputy visited him at 8 p.m. at night. And he goes, "Hey, did you hear anything?" Like he heard that, Bill got shot. It turned out the guy got knocked down. When he got up, the retard thought, everyone ran, thought he got shot. He didn't see a bullet. He thought he had been grazed by a bullet. That's how he lived the rest of his life thinking he'd been grazed by a bullet. Anyways, Arnie didn't know anything and he just professed ignorance. And then finally, he's only 16 or 17. He eventually shows the deputy what he did. And he told me the deputy was trying not to laugh, but he was saying, "You must never do this again. Do you understand?" And so he was let off. Oh, that's nice.
It's cool.
Awesome.
And
cool ones.
And so Arnie was, he graduated high school and he was an engineer. And he and I talked because he worked at GM. I knew about the GM plant in London, Ontario, and he was talking to one, I think, of Michigan. And one day he rose up to the top and he sees the same guy, and the guy tries to, get acknowledgement. He just goes to. He said, like, "I don't have time for this guy."
Cute.
But later, as an engineer, he went to medical school. So when he went to he taught engineering at a college.
Cute.
And so then he went to medical school. He was older. he went to medical school, and he
It's really cute.
and because he's older, he's unattractive for residency. When you have hospitals looking for residents, they want sexy young doctors who are young. He's
Like
older.
Do they put that on their brochures?
So you know where where Arnie did? He didn't go to Johns Hopkins. He didn't go to Mayo Clinic. You know where he did his residency? In Panama. In Panama.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what they have a lot in Panama? Infectious diseases, malaria and shit.
Yeah.
So now you have a guy. That's where he gets his start. He also he had walked away from an airplane crash. He has a he's multi-engine instrument rated pilot. He's kind of successful. He also had a background in biowarfare. We knew about that because we talked about that. So he understood bio. And he's also a sheriff's deputy in where he is in Tennessee. So he talked about how
this guy before.
Yeah,
right?
he's a really interesting guy. He's a great guy, and he's and he when you do the Narcan stuff, he was going like or the needle. You have these other deputies thinking that you have to actually disinfect the area, and he goes, "Are you kidding? Like I'm a doctor," and he just jab it right through the jeans. You don't have to prep the area, and
it's a matter of like life or death.
And then the other thing about him was he actually ran in the Republican primary, so he knew. I think I saw a video of him. Anyways, so he had all this kind of background. So he's friends with another doctor, a medical doctor named Dr. Philip Rowe, R-O-W-E, who is a congressman from Jackson, Tennessee. So then when
where's this guy from? What part of Tennessee?
Well, he's right now near Elizabethtown or something like that, in outside of Jackson. He has a bunch of clinics, and there was a letter that he wrote. He had Dr. Phil Rowe and other medical doctors. I don't know if it was Rand Paul, but they wrote to the health secretary, and they said, you need to vacate the ship. It's a walking, I think his term was, it's like a floating petri dish. Because I told him when I got to know him, I said, "Hey, sir, I saw these Ministry of Health officials going cabin to cabin, and I realized, just like we knew with SARS, that you can have nosocomial infection through the HVAC, which the systems. So
that's crazy.
But on top of this, if you're having healthcare officials going cabin to cabin, you're giving it to the other passengers, right? This is a real cluster F. So that's how and why the White House suddenly changed tack and said, we want you Japanese to get get everyone off the ship. And that was anyway,
So
we got I got friends with him.
Narcan. You said Narcan, and I don't think that's the correct drug. Narcan's the nasal spray, right?
What is the one that you stab? What's the one you stab in?
Like an EpiPen?
For
like if you're in anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Yeah,
whatever you do, like Humira, I think is an injectable.
I always thought Narcan was also like you stab someone in the heart, like in Pulp Fiction.
No, that's pure adrenaline in Pulp Fiction.
That's adrenaline.
All right.
Yeah. So
in any event, Solomon's a nurse, so he knows. He said it's a nose.
Yeah, no, it's a nasal spray thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for all the gifted memberships, by the way.
Yeah, you guys rock.
There's a bunch Melissa of them. Joy. There was a bunch. Sorry, you guys.
Bad Duck, Melissa Joy.
Valhalla.
When you gotta read them all?
I'm not going to read them. There's so
many.
many.
I didn't want to interrupt Max's story because it was so good.
Now we got the knife. We're going to do some surgeries.
Melissa Joy, gifted membership.
Convert some male Legos.
Free the fluffy, y'all. Free the fluffy.
And Ella Pate Correa is a new member. Sorry, it's hard for me to say things in English when they're not.
God, this is dusty. This is what do you say in the vernacular?
Knock the dust
this
off
is an ashy. This is an ashy looking piece of Lego. Sorry, I'm trying to learn the lingo here.
Thank
ashy.
You,
That's another word you can learn.
You
I
guys
love
rock.
ashy. I love using ashy.
You guys rock.
Yeah,
You
this
guys,
is Ashy.
so many gifted memberships. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is a moonman.
And Valhalla
Hey,
is
am I finally a
monetized,
member
by
now?
the way.
Did I get a
And accept
membership?
super chats and
Yeah, you did, Dave.
all those great things.
This
David, you
knife
look
is
David's looking svelte.
this knife is supposed to be a small. They call it a mini
French
freak.
made.
This is, and I thought it was
come with
big,
your Lego set?
but it's called a not a freak, but a mini freak. So it's smaller. This is a smaller version, and I
probably
thought
got
it's
like a
big enough.
5-incher.
So not a super freak.
No, they have a. Oh, that's super freak. This is yeah, it's a Benchmade, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Max, I think
I
Puddletown
like
wants to know, is that the Millennium Falcon?
Which one?
Well, I don't think Puddletown came in late because they were with DJ Radis. So
No, this is
Which one is a
I
good
don't know.
one?
what this is.
All that you got going on there.
This is a custom made.
Vols.
Free Iggy.
Free gate.
Oh, but I still like this one. This one is like really good. This is like a Baldo.
I'm obsessed with the Baldo thing. Oh wait, Valhalla said I can't talk about that.
Oh yeah, don't talk about that because
So
it's
wait.
bad
I
enough.
want to know what part of it, or like, are you gonna purchase one to have it utilized, or
When
What?
you say you're obsessed, Wendy, what
buy
exactly does
one.
that mean?
I'm obsessed. Okay, first of all, I consider myself a pretty worldly woman. So the fact I didn't know what it was made me like obsess over it. Because like, how could I not know what something is in that area? And so when I say obsessed, I probably exaggerate a lot to make a point. So I'm probably not literally obsessed.
Do you? Do you?
I mean,
You know,
my way.
you know. Oh look, this is a butt plug. See,
Oh yeah.
and
Now
look,
see, I've heard of that.
there, that's a butt plug. Yeah.
Which I, by the way, don't understand the concept of. I'm not
Okay,
gonna lie.
you know what? I didn't understand it. And you know what? Nobody. The only kind of person who would require a Baldo is somebody who's impotent. Seriously.
Oh, okay.
Or or has their wieners cut off, because what it does is it painfully probably captures the guy's balls and fashions them into a dickus, and then he's supposed to put his balls inside the woman's vajayjay, which is so weird. Like if
Right,
you have
like,
a
why would you
working
want that?
wiener, if your wiener works, then why would you need a Baldo? There's no reason to say, oh, it's better.
Well, maybe the woman.
Evolution, God, and nature has created the perfect biggest dickus, and it
Well,
works
this is the
for
thing.
most
When you're
men.
a freak, though, when you're a freak and you're also high, I've heard through the grapevine, don't know for a fact. There's nothing satisfies you. So like you need the freakier, more adventurous, the more.
So it's been a great stream, guys. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you later. Have a great night.
I think Wendy is speaking from personal experience here.
I just said I was not. Two awesome dogs wants me to ask David, did you take some Vernors with you to Dollywood?
Oh, Brenner's
did,
is
I gave it to
ginger
Baker.
ale,
He drank it
which
on
is
the stream.
spicy. Yeah, it's from Detroit. They even drink it hot for colds and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a Detroit thing.
Yeah.
Or-
You drink it when you have the flu or something. You drink it warm.
Oh, like how Mexicans do Vicks for everything? They put it on
Oh, really?
everything and then they drink it. We do
When you're in Detroit, do you go across the river to? Is it so? I don't think it's around, but in Windsor, Ontario, there was Jason $1 Million Saloon. So the Japs would, the Japanese from Toyota would always want to go over there because that's where you can get strippers. And I tried to explain the Hell's Angels gangs would run them. They ran the drugs and they ran the hookers and the strippers and everything. I don't know what the case is now, but these Japanese knew, oh, Jason's $1 Million Saloon. Oh, goddamn. You want to go there? You know?
Thank you,
I
Tess,
don't
for the
go
$20
there.
super chat.
You're not Japanese. You're not a horny Japanese.
No, I'm not a horny Japanese. No, so I don't go there.
Yeah.
Verner's was better before it switched
It sold?
to HFSC CS and shortened the barrel aging.
Yeah, you know what? HFSC was invented by Japanese, high fructose corn syrup. You know, the Japanese invented a lot of evil. Before they start complaining about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, look at in 1930s, maybe 1919, they invented, perfected a version of methamphetamine. Yeah, the Germans did invent methamphetamine, but the Japanese invented, I forget the name of the process, but they invented two processes that I think, well, they invented the process for crystallized methamphetamine, which you call crystal meth, or the Japanese called shabu.
In Hawaii, they call it ice.
Yeah, ice, baby.
But it does look like ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crystalline form.
Wendy,
It's
how
like
do you
a-
know what it looks like?
crystal.
That's a Japanese invention in, before the war. And they also invented high fructose corn syrup and also MSG, monosodium glutamate, which probably isn't really bad for you, as they say, but
I can't find it anywhere.
What, MSG?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
Oh,
find
you
it.
can go order some Chinese
If
food.
you're
You'll
a
get it.
cook, you need it. Right.
Well, that's
Valhalla?
so I learned how to make egg foo young recently. Like traditional San Francisco style egg foo young, and it's so fire. It's so good. But I have to use sodium or salt because I can't find MSG anywhere.
okay. You go to an Asian food
Yeah,
store
just
and
go
you'll
to
get
Asian-
buckets of it. You'll get buckets of
I mean,
it, man. You can
Valhalla
get it-
lives in the wilderness. Like
Oh, you get it
squirrels are
from-
his neighbors.
Get it from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon.
That's
You
what
can
I'll end up having to do. Because, believe it or not, in the hills of Appalachia, not a giant Asian population.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they're out there. I was selling them goats for a couple of years.
Oh, really?
The only group of people that's more racist than the Japanese is the people in Tennessee. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Well, they definitely denied Baker access to drink at the bar, and they're racist against Danish people.
Oh, Max.
It's what?
Valhalla
Danish
got to play the race card. Valhalla got to play the race card.
He did.
That's amazing.
Why?
I didn't play the race card exactly.
He did play the race card.
I just mentioned
Baker went to a bar and they wouldn't serve him because he was Danish and he didn't have his passport. He only had his Danish driver's license. And Valhalla pulled out the race card.
Well,
and
so
said, you won't
the
serve
ladies-
foreigners here to a black woman.
She was, I don't know if she
Oh,
was black.
awesome. That's
She was darker skinned than me. I don't know what she was exactly. But
She looked like something. She was mixed or
something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it was.
Oh.
But
Not a white girl.
said that it was company policy that they couldn't serve him. And I was like, hold on. He's clearly above
what's that, Max?
21.
Oh.
He's clearly
was
above
it.
40.
Nice.
Royal milk tea. That's what you call her.
Why do you have
Royal-
English print on your Japanese labels?
Because this is made by British American Tobacco. This Velo.
Interesting.
This is it's royal milk tea.
That's cool.
Yeah, I run out of these. I need to get some more. It was because of lack of ID. He didn't have ID.
Yes, but he's clearly above 21. He's clearly above 40.
He's my age exactly.
Like, there's no reason to
he didn't
not.
have a driver's
He did card-
license.
You know what? They did
Well, he
card me
did.
though too. They carded
Huh?
me.
He did have it. They carded us all. They did.
Oh.
He did have a
They
driver's
didn't card
license.
me. They did
Yeah.
not card me.
Ooh,
Well, that's
Why
not
didn't-
because I already made a big fuss.
Wait a minute. Why wouldn't they use it? Why wouldn't they accept a Danish driver's license?
That was my question.
No, I
That's
thought
why
he
was
didn't
getting
have
angry.
any. I thought he didn't have his.
No, he
ID.
had his Danish
driver's
driver's license, but they insisted that he get a passport.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I would have thrown a fit.
And the lady was like, "It's our company policy," and I was like, "Hold on, you're telling me it's your company policy to not serve foreigners?" And that was apparently the right words to say, because then everybody got real weird about it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. And the manager came over. Certain other people in our party might have gotten a little upset.
Did he get to drink? Did he get his drink?
No.
No, not at that place.
Hell no,
Not
he
legally.
didn't.
Well, not legally, no.
Not at that place. A bunch of racist.
What was the real reason? Were they retarded or they?
Well, it's a college town. In their defense, it's a college town, and they're probably being
Don't
watched.
defend them.
No, don't defend them. Stop it. No, what it was is that place was a little more. I don't know if it's like a corporate situation,
Corporate is
but
probably
Yeah, it's like a Dave and Buster's that we were at. Like,
yeah.
it was like that
So
sort of a
if we were at just like any other
if we
random
were at a
bar,
bar. Yeah.
it would have been fine. But so then we made a big deal of it.
Oh.
Now it's funny.
Okay.
Valhalla
Nelson.
made a big deal of it. and the
did.
bartender and the manager took notice.
Yeah, the manager definitely
What, they
came
called the
up.
police and they trespassed you off the property? Is that what
No.
they did?
No, they were just like standing there.
They're too scared
The
of Valhalla.
bartender had a talking to by the manager, and then they were both kind of
Hi,
standing there.
Observer 777.
I
Jesus
know.
loves you.
And then they lost all that business, right? Because you walked out and you
No,
went
we
to another
stayed all night. But at the
Are
end
you
of the night,
kidding? We closed every place down that we went to for 4 days. We
So
closed
wait a
every
minute.
place down.
at the end of the night,
but then
we're
you stayed there,
walking-
but Baker didn't get to drink at all.
not that night, which he was okay.
I mean,
with.
he may have drank. He may have drank that night. He may have had drinks that
They
night.
snuck a few. There might have been a few drinks snuck in.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yamaha's here. Hi, Oh, there he is. They said they didn't like his accent. Max would have been fine. They racist against white guys.
Yeah.
Hi, Ken
probably.
Lecky, welcome. You're new? Buckle up. This is an interesting one to
Wait,
be
who
your
is the
first
new
Lego
person?
stream.
We have a new person.
It's what it looks like. Here. What the hell?
That
Oh, that one.
that would be
hi,
funny.
Ken. We don't know Ken. Ken,
Uh,
welcome.
Hello. That would be funny if Baker used a different accent, like
Right? Like he should have acted Hispanic or something.
cool. Like kind of talking like Mr. T or Arnold Drummond or
Or could have
something.
been like, yo quiero un tequila.
Are you making fun of me?
Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that would. I mean, how would you know?
You're right. And what are you going to do? Call him a liar?
Yeah.
Wait, Valhalla, did you finish?
Yeah.
You beat me on a Lego build.
By a lot.
I think he's beat you like a couple of times recently, David.
Yeah, I don't think you've won actually in like 4 episodes.
I mean, you say he hasn't won. I say you haven't beat him. Whatever. I'm a lot more diplomatic. I wisely avoided the patron. So wait, you guys, for those of you who didn't hear this before, so most of us have all seen each other like backstage,
naked.
Even if like, those of us that stream together have seen each other
On Craigslist.
backstage.
Backstage. I thought, oh.
So even if somebody's like always showing only their avatar, like who you've seen them backstage. So I show up and I don't get there. My flight's late. I don't get there till like 11 p.m. So everyone's already lit or whatever. So I get there and this big old white dude comes up to me and he's all, Wendy. He starts hugging me and I went, and I grab Valhalla. I look at Valhalla like, are you going to let this dude grab me? Like, it was Volstorm. I was like, oh my, of course I wanted to hug him, but yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have a.
He's an
No, he doesn't show his face on YouTube.
Oh, like this. See this does.
Although
This is an afro.
Although
recently,
Afro dog.
Volstorm made a promise, Dave.
What's that?
He said that once his basement gets finished, he would do a face cam Lego stream with us.
Ooh.
That would be so hot.
I have the proof. I have the video recorded on my phone.
That would make me.
But then he's always going to say, "Well, his basement's not quite finished yet because he's got to hit that one spot."
Yeah, Ken, you might be the youngest one here. Ken says he's 25 and he's the youngest one here. Yeah, babe, you probably are.
Probably.
Well, you're not allowed here until you show your passport. You could be a foreigner.
Yeah, we want to hear your accent.
Yeah.
When his office is rebuilt.
Yeah.
Yes, I am almost 22. You're right. You're right, Becca. Thank you for saying that. Ken, I'm a little bit younger than you, but it's okay. I look a little bit older than 22. It's because I haven't aged well.
Oh, here it is.
It's that hard living that Wendy does.
I don't know what to do with
It's
that.
all that crystal. It's all that crystal I do.
Crystal meth. Okay.
I'm so private in this
I'm
video.
so skinny because I do so much. Me and Captain
Well,
Half
got to worry about the monetization. See, I don't have to worry about that.
I should private this right now, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh God, it's so funny.
Are you still building?
Dictionary Diva, you are age. If you didn't have a child as old as your child is, I would like never guess your age. For those of you that go subscribe to Dictionary Diva, please. And I'm subscribed to them, so when it pops up, I get the notification. But
Oh, speaking of, actually,
Yeah.
speaking of, Dictionary Diva and I tomorrow are starting a new stream
Are you gonna-
series. We're gonna paint tomorrow.
Yay!
Tomorrow we're painting. So we're calling
Paint
it
what?
We're calling it Dual Art Stream. DUEL.
Oh.
Dual. Yeah.
You're gonna compete? Yeah.
It's not exactly competition, but we're gonna be.
you know.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in like different challenges, right? So we're not picking what style we're doing or what media we're doing. Tomorrow, Mrs. Valhalla picked. Well, the junior associate picked watercolor, and then Mrs. Valhalla picked a skyscape, basically the sky. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a watercolor.
This is Microsoft Windows. See, look,
Oh my god, I love that, Max.
Nice.
I don't know where this is from though.
IBM.
That's an awesome
It's
one.
from 1984.
Where is your link, Diva? Where is your link?
Yeah, please. We got to do.
All right,
do
so
this
I'm
thing.
still
Oh, here
working
it
on
is.
this.
Volstorm did it.
Oh, thank you, Val. Yeah, so tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do that stream, and we'll do different things.
Because you guys have been talking about it for a long time, and the fans have been wondering.
At the Christmas time, we did paint a Christmas tree on stream.
I remember that.
And it was a lot of fun. That's a Commodore 64. Get it, Diva. But we're gonna spice it up a little bit. We're gonna do different like challenges. We'll maybe swap works of art halfway through and finish each other's paintings.
So you're gonna be together?
Not tomorrow, but for some
Okay.
of these we will. Okay.
Nice.
And then we might
No
do
swapping.
something like halfway through have to change instead of painting. All of a sudden we have to use oil pastel or something. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be good.
That sounds sexy to me. I like that.
And me and Diva, we have a great time, y'all.
I don't know where this is from. Is this like a Civil War thing? His head got blown off.
You have the most random toys.
Wait.
Oh wait, no. Okay, I see. He has a
Says
face.
no man ever to another man.
They're probably completely normal for Japan.
This
Are they
I
normal
thought-
toys for
I don't know. They
Japan?
look
I don't
pretty
know if this is a
American.
Lego, but I have these dead bodies. Kind of weird.
Yes, Becca Lynn, I am also going to be on the Karen Reed panel tomorrow at 6 p.m. Broken Baker, myself.
Oh, you guys are going to do a late night stream tomorrow?
6 p.m. is not exactly late night, but
Oh, for your time, 6 p.m.
yeah, Eastern.
What's your prediction for the Karen Reed thing? Because now that they have,
So I think at the moment it's I think it's mostly not guilty with one or two holdouts for guilty. And I think depending on why they're holdouts, it'll either get so one of two situations, right? Either, hey, Brandy.
We love Brandy. She's been
amazing.
in earlier.
Are you on that stream tomorrow too, Brandy, or no?
Brandy.
I don't
I
remember.
want to show Brandy my rolling.
Show Brandy or wait, let me put you on the big.
oh, that's nice.
David, that's beautiful. Oh,
Oh, how'd you do that? That's kind of cool. Oh, that works.
David, I'm
starts up
super
here.
impressed. That's super amazing.
So I think it's one of two possibilities, right? Either there's somebody that believes she's not, or that believes she did it, and in which case I think it's probably only one or two people, and they'll eventually convince that person to change sides. Or the other possibility is I think that I don't think that the other possibility could be that it's somebody that knows or is connected to the McAlbert clan. And in that case, that person wouldn't flip, right? That person will stay guilty. And that's a bad situation for Karen Reed, I think.
David,
Because there's only
everyone's
two
loving
outcomes I can
David's
think of. I can't
Everyone's
figure out.
Everyone's loving David's build. It's pretty cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah, it is the.
So Brandy
Guys
says
didn't
yes,
see
we'll
it.
be on there.
Sweet. Awesome.
Go to
I
sleep,
know
babe. We love
Tomorrow's
you.
going to be
so
an
much.
awesome panel. I know the Young Jerks, Brandy, myself, Baker, Mark Badero.
You got an all-star
Um,
cast tomorrow night.
It's going to be awesome. There's a couple more.
Look
I
at you
think.
guys talking about trials and stuff.
Right? You miss it, don't you?
Remember that, David? Remember those days?
I do, but I just
But you don't miss it,
I
do
just
you?
don't have the time.
You've been
No, I
so
do because I've been watching the trial. I just don't get a chance
Eileen.
to talk about it. Although Brandy invited me on the other day, so I got to talk a little bit about
Nice.
it on Brandy's channel. Since Baker doesn't send me invites anymore, I just go to Brandy.
Why don't you just ask for an invite?
I love Brandy. I'm so glad we met her.
Me too. Brandy's amazing.
No, she really is.
You go right behind his head and watch this. Oh
my God. That thing went so fast.
Wait, do
Yeah,
it again.
cool.
Do it again.
Wait, I knocked his head off. It broke.
Is it broken for like good?
How's the head go? Oh yeah, okay, good.
Baker, what's up, brother man?
You heard me call him out.
Yes, sir. He's
okay. So watch this. You go right
Damn it, I didn't know
behind
he was here.
his head. Are you
I
ready?
hate
So you go. Watch this.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Max.
Wait. There
Okay,
you
go. Whoa!
Killed him.
I love when things explode in my face. That's amazing.
You probably wish it didn't say it that way.
She knows what she said.
It's a bukkake waiting to happen.
There's an officer Bukkake in the Karen Reed trial.
Oh, really?
His
Is
name's
he the one that
Buchanan.
was like talking shit about her?
He's
No,
probably
that's
one.
Proctor.
Oh no, that was Proctor in the text
Oh.
messages. That was Proctor.
So Max, what do you got going on your channel lately? We tune in. I should have it linked, by the way, in the description.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the last two ones were Robert Whiting articles on drugs in Japan, like the history of drugs in Japan.
Andrea Burkhart's also going to be on that stream. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
sorry.
Yeah. So
Back, you guys.
there was a 2-part series on drugs, and I just did those. I got a strike because one of the links I put in the description was a link to like erotic images, and so I got a warning and a strike. So I don't know. YouTube said I have 90 days. I took it off, but there was nothing wrong with it. Anyways, it was kind of weird. I mean, we're just talking about meth and coke and.
That's all fine, but don't show a nipple. Don't show a nipple now.
Right. Oh, there it is.
I didn't show a nipple. I think it was Robert Whiting in his article had a whole list of sources, and I just copied them and put them in the description so people could refer to them. And I guess one of the links led to it was a site in Japanese, but on the side was all this nude advertising. Yeah. So I just took it off. But
well, now I'm worried about the screen that I pulled up, the Wizard of Oz screen.
It's all gone.
There was a
It's fine.
commercial. There was an ad off to the side.
No, it's all fine now. And so, okay.
You demonetize Valhalla.
And there was a I got a yeah. I don't know if I'll probably do. Oh, I also did one on the origins of the Palestinian terror movement. I covered the 1972 attack on the Ben Gurion airport in 1972.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go watch that one.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, here's the
Watch
thing.
that one.
In 1972, 3 Japanese Red Army terrorists led the attack, and they killed 26 people in the Lod airport. It was May 29th or May 30th, 1972. Here's the thing. Later in September, you had the Black September group, the Palestinian group that killed like 13 Israeli athletes at the Munich Olympic Games, right?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the
Forgot about that.
commonality. Both the Japanese Red Army and the Palestinian terrorists at the time, they were trained and they were equipped by North Korea. And
What is the Japanese Red Army?
well, they were a radical left-wing communist group, and they were, but they didn't. A lot of their terror activities were not in Japan; they were in the Middle East. And
Really?
yeah, and so now when you look at the head of Abu Daoud, who is the Palestinian head of their military operations for the Palestinian movement, he was also trained in North Korea. Without North Korea, but the thing about the 1972 attack by the Japanese, they surprised their Palestinian counterparts because what they surprised them was it was a suicide attack, a self-deletion attack. One of the guys probably blew himself up with a hand grenade. These were I don't know, Soviet RGB 5s or something like that. And the point is the Palestinians terrorists were kind of shocked because according to their interpretation of Islam, you don't do suicide bombings and attacks. And you're scratching your head right now and you're going, wait a minute. That's what they do all the time now.
Otherwise, sir.
Yeah, they do it all the time. So I'll say it was the example set by these Japanese terrorists that changed the mind of the Palestinians to say, hey, we should start doing
Japanese.
Yeah, and so even the 1972 Munich Olympic attack was not really a suicide mission, even though they were meant to go in there and kill as many Jews as possible and get out of there. But later, now you can tell that there's a very efficient machine. What you have is, if you look at the current Palestinian Authority, you have something called the Martyrs Fund. The Martyrs Fund is still run. The fund, yeah. So if your son or daughter dies killing Jews, it could be a bombing, or it could be shooting or stabbing, you will get money. You will get a pretty healthy stipend from the Martyrs Fund. The Martyrs Fund is still managed by Yasser Arafat's faction, the Fatah faction. And so I'm not making this up. Where is the money coming from? Well, one of the things is they have these cooperatives in the West Bank that make olive oil. So one of the largest agricultural cooperatives. I have a bottle of it. They sell it in Japan. And I was half joking.
Max
but
is supporting terrorism.
I said every drop of this Palestinian olive oil, supports the killing of at least one Jew or something like that. And I was being facetious, of course. But it definitely the Martyrs Fund continues to encourage. It just encourages these sort of attacks. Yeah. Pardon?
I said, what's the solution?
What's the solution?
Solution. You cut out
solution.
Depends who you're talking to.
It's the final one.
Yeah. It would be cutting off understanding if they're really serious about these activities, like understanding that this Martyrs Fund in the current Palestinian Authority, it's going to continue to encourage. It's going to continue to encourage this kind of terrorism, because they get rewarded better than Gold Star families in the U.S. I mean, they
that's disgusting.
Imagine that. Yeah. Yes, it is.
That's disgusting.
Well, I was just going to say that's why Max is amazing. So, Hyland says we've gone from Japanese sex workers to Yasser Arafat. My brain is almost full, and that's the beauty of Max Mura.
So you see, the Japanese, even if they're like terrorists, the Japanese terrorists kind of inspired the Palestinians to do suicide attacks. And also the Japanese, even though the Germans invented methamphetamine, they kind of perfected two of the processes, including crystal meth. The Japanese did. They also invented high fructose corn syrup, which probably is a key factor in the obesity epidemic in the United States. 100%. If you're old enough and you remember, before high fructose corn syrup, there was regular sucrose, right?
Cane sugar.
But when you have high fructose corn syrup, it's high school biology. When you look at the breakdown of fructose, and first you do sucrose and glucose, and you go, okay, it goes in the stomach, blah, blah, blah. Fructose is weird because suddenly it's a significant part of the fructose is metabolized by the liver. And so it really looks like ethanol, alcohol. But then you're going, wait a minute, at least with alcohol, you get a little of a buzz and you enjoy it, right? With fructose, you don't get a buzz, but it does get processed the same way as ethanol, and it stresses your liver the same way. And there's the inflammation and stuff
to sugar,
like that.
You get a buzz. It's just not like it's just a different buzz.
Well, the sugar high is not the same as my Yingling, good ma'am.
So now that fructose is replaced a lot, I think you should be careful about the Big Macs in Japan. I think they're small. I don't know if they're smaller. The meat, the Big Macs use Australian
Wagyu,
beef.
Wagyu meat in Japan.
No, they use Australian beef.
Yeah.
They used to use I think they used to use beef tallow for their fries, but then they switched. But they used to taste better. The fries
They did
used
taste better
beef-
when they used tallow for
yeah.
the fries. Yep.
Solomon Anderson
Yeah.
says it's a 5-carbon sugar. Our enzymes don't digest it the same.
Okay.
Which makes I don't know if that makes sense, but I believe you, Solomon. I didn't mean to sound like I didn't. That's just common, animal husbandry, right? Like people are in the animal kingdom. We are animals. Our digestive system is evolved to process foods that are natural, and in the last 100 years, we have done some crazy things to our food, and it'll take our bodies a long time to catch up.
Or just stop eating the stuff. I try to buy as much as possible, not organic bullshit, but just actual raw food, raw steak, raw vegetables, things like that. And then you can cook them. And if you're going to bake something, bake bread, don't add the fructose. Don't drink pop.
I just eat sashimi all the time and I'm happy.
As I'm sucking down these stupid candies that I don't know if I like or not.
You've eaten almost that whole bag, bro.
Yeah.
David wants to gain all that weight back that he lost.
Right.
I should shut
I would be careful of eating raw fish because
Night Baker.
Pest,
worms, parasites.
I mean,
So I've seen an X-ray of
I'll be more careful.
a Japanese guy that was he ate a bunch of sushi, right? They showed the X-ray, and literally his entire body was covered in worms on the X-ray. Oh my god!
Yeah. So you can. So one of the things with sashimi grade fish is
don't go
they
to
actually
a restaurant and buy steak. Don't go to McDonald's and get a burger. Buy the ground beef. Make the burger at home. That's what I'm saying.
With sashimi, with the raw fish for sushi, they will flash freeze it. But here's a funny thing, and people forget this. So there's this myth that a Norwegian introduced the idea of eating raw salmon on for sushi, and it's a myth. They were doing it before, but the thing with salmon or a lot of other fish, you need to flash freeze. You need to freeze it to a very low temperature to kill the worms. But when you're in the States, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of kitchens, a lot of places. So
they want fresh.
Or consumers buy it, and even they'll say, "Oh, this is sashimi grade or sushi grade fish." You take it home, or it's served to you. It hasn't been frozen. It hasn't killed the worms, and you will get them. Yeah, if you eat it raw.
I'm super lucky because I live near an ocean and I will legit walk down. Okay, I don't walk to the ocean. It's 2 hours away, but I will walk down to the pier when I'm at the ocean and I will get the first Vietnamese guy that's down there fishing. And I'll be like, what did you catch today? And be like, I got some red snapper. From how far out did you catch it? What about some yellowfin, whatever. I go to the bay,
it's still raw fish.
Yeah, but you're not flat freezing it, and so you're taking it home and you're
I don't. Yeah, exactly. No, I get it fresh from the guys. They're fishing.
That's the problem. You need to freeze it. You need to freeze it.
You need to freeze it. When I say
home, but I get it from the guys myself. And
it doesn't matter. There'll be fresh worms in there. A lot of fish have worms, and so that's what I mean about. Even a lot of the sushi restaurants, you know what they do? Not only the freezing, they also do a variation of aging their fish. They do a bit of aging on it. So this whole thing about fresh is good doesn't actually mean that you're going to get you're not going to get worms. That's why.
Well, my dad does make fun of me for eating fresh fish or raw fish. He said if God wanted, my dad, who's an agnostic, says if God wanted Mexicans to eat fresh raw fish, he would have made us Japanese. So he gets mad that his daughters eat raw fish.
So I would be careful or take an anti-parasitic, and see what happens. And
rice wine, does that work?
what? No. I would take. Oh, you can't even say on this channel. Well, it's going to get deleted anyways. I don't know. I don't know. Well,
He was like, "This is my best month ever."
I have ivermectin, and which is an anti-parasitic for other. I don't know if it extends up to like tapeworms and stuff like that, but
isn't that medical advice?
Hey, Nathan.
Yeah, it's not medical advice, but
Well, I also eat my own fish, like that I fish, like from lakes and rivers and streams. Does that have worms in it too?
okay. You know what? The worst one is this, and I had a friend.
Here you go.
You don't want to. The fish you get from the ocean will generally have less. I think that if you're getting freshwater fish, there's a lot more worms in freshwater fish, like even farmed trout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I had a friend, and it was around New Year's. He's an American guy, and he messaged me and he said, "Hey, Max, I'm on a riverboat in Shanghai, and I'm about to have like sushi or sashimi." And I got on the phone and I called him. I said, "Don't eat a bite of that." And he goes, "Because you're in China, and the sushi or sashimi they're going to give you, I guarantee it's going to be worms, and you are an idiot if you take a bite of that, And he ended up thanking me, and I still tease him about it, but I thought it was that.
Do you trust the Chinese at all?
No, don't trust them.
Who would?
They.
And so I would, for some fucking reason.
So I would be really. So that's why I would be really careful with the raw fish. Like during the 1980s, when there was a time when eating sushi in America was a fad.
Yeah.
The requests for a still sample analysis in the labs skyrocketed because Americans were like eating, "Oh, I love sushi," and they're eating it every 3 times a week, every week, and at a rate. And also, it was definitely.
Oh, I have a question, Max Mura. Since we're on this discussion of problematic foods, have you seen all these weird like rubber fruit and vegetable videos that are popping up?
No. What kind of rubber fruit?
So people are apparently making all these videos where they're buying fruit and vegetables from the store, and they're getting it home, and it's like rubbery almost.
Oh, I've heard that. Like famous people are talking about it.
I don't know how. Yes,
Toy, the watermelon must be a thing.
Well, I don't know if it's valid or not, but I've seen a bunch of them. All right, let me find.
No, I haven't.
Look for it. I found David's Michi Minis on Amazon. Mimsy said.
Oh, these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you
I
get
don't know
those?
what's in them.
I don't know
them at a local
this is
store
legit or if it's
Great
fake.
Lakes State of Mind. Let's see. They're made here in Michigan. Oh, Oakland Township.
Oh, isn't Oakland where the Crumblies were prosecuted? I'm not going there.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm. No, thank you.
Okay, so the number one ingredient in this is
High
dextrose.
fructose corn. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, aren't there worms in my fruit too? Like parasites in my fruit and my vegetables?
Yeah,
we'll wash them.
Yeah, you okay. Those ones you get in your produce generally aren't the worms that are going to survive your stomach. A lot of kids. So sometimes you're going to get bugs and stuff like that. It's gross, but the other thing is this. Hey, if just like with a lot of what we follow with pork and everything else, you need to just cook it. In most cases, it kills it.
Yes, that's why we cook
Don't
our
eat it raw.
food. We cook our food so that it destroys the parasites that you would otherwise ingest.
Yeah. And look, if you're going to India or something like that, you don't want a fresh salad, and you want to be that's why if they nuke it with deep frying, that probably killed that street food mostly.
Yeah,
that stays around is going to be deep fried because they're nuking and killing everything, right?
So I'm going to leave the volume off because I haven't previewed this video and I don't know if there's music on it and stuff. But so this is the thing, right? A lot of people on TikTok are posting these videos of like produce that's this weird texture and doesn't break right. and and I don't know if there's any validity to any of this, right? But it seems strange, and it seems to be popping up more and more and more.
You know what I think it is? I think fruit can get like this, and there was a phenomenon in the 1950s over in Washington near Olympia, and there was an article that people started noticing these pits in the windshield, and they even called the police, and there was an investigation. There were little tiny pitting marks in the windshield, and there was a big thing, like, were the aliens, was it a government conspiracy or something like that? And at the end of the day, you know what it turned out to be? If you Google it. If for the first time people were looking at their windshields, it was always there rather than through them. But once it became this thing, people, I mean, they seriously, there was a high level investigation to police. They thought it was vandalism. They thought aliens, all sorts of stuff. But the fact of the matter is the pitting was always there.
So here's my theory, right? My theory is this, because I don't know shit. And I've never.
I just want to go on the record and say that I believe in Max's theory. It was always like that. Like
that's
always been like I remember cutting watermelon, and it would sort of bend
like
a bit before it would break, and that's been years ago.
So I think what it is I think that the U.S. since COVID, the supply chain has took a hit. Right. And everything's getting expensive. So they're buying from the cheaper vendors now. I think all it is it's low quality fruit that Americans aren't used to experiencing. And that's my theory thus far. And I don't know. I haven't.
Maybe I'll get to lose that 30 pounds that left that I need to lose because now I'm grossed out to never eat again.
Oh.
Well.
There's that. There's that diet.
I can't eat fish. I can't eat pork. I can't eat fruit. I'm gonna take a fiver and come back with more libations.
I should drink something. Oh gosh, I was making.
We're all drinking, Max.
Huh?
Alcohol. We're all drinking, and I don't usually drink on stream, and I'm drinking too tonight. So
Yeah, I have to go up and get some.
I should. Fubar.
I have this. I've been making tapache, so it's. This one is not tapache though. I used barley. I like barley wine, but the proof isn't high enough. Barley wine you should get to around 11% or something.
Well, I'm drinking Sauvignon Blanc, so it's probably what 7%, 8%, something like that.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh yeah, no, maybe only 4 or 5, huh?
White wine should be like
alcohol by volume.
White wine should be higher, like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 9,
okay.
10.
Well, that explains why I'm buzzed already.
Well, with the wine, I think the proof of wine has gone up because of the yeast strains that they're using. So now it's not uncommon. You get the Cabernet Sauvignons, and they're like 16% or something, and you're like, what?
What the actual?
Because of the yeast, they're getting more. The market favors it. You're getting more bang for the buck, I guess, and it's the yeast. But in nature, I don't think it went that high, as high. So if you really crank out some of these super yeasts, you can get a lot more alcohol.
Alcohol kills all of these issues. Yeah, can you soak your fish in alcohol and kill the worms?
Sure. I mean, why not?
You could.
Sake sushi.
Well, would it kill the worms? That's
the sake.
I don't know. Check what? How do they say it? Anacasis worm, and what kind of ethanol would you do? And if you do it in a petri dish, and it doesn't. If you do it with like an Everclear or something like that, yeah, probably it'll kill everything. But you're not putting Everclear in your system like that, so that's another thing. It's if you're saying if you marinated it, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's why the ceviche, they use like an acid, a vinegar to kind of cook it.
Yeah.
So basically, you're using acid to cook denature the proteins. I don't know how that works on parasites, but possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like I'm Mexican, so I eat a lot of ceviche, and like it's not cooked. I mean, it's cured in the lemon juice.
Yeah, and
although the only time I did get food poisoning was from a Mexican restaurant eating the shrimp cocktail, which isn't really, it's like octopus cocktail, and it probably just went fresh. It was disgusting.
Well, that's another thing I'm kind of wary about is raw oysters, because you don't.
Hi, Brandon.
You don't know where they're from. Like you can go to places like Ocracoke Island. I've been there in North Carolina, so it's totally rustic and everything. And I remember I did this. I went to the back and looked at the boxes, and they were like from Louisiana. You're like, holy shit, the oysters, eh? So they won't tell you that. And then if you're harvesting them from, like, you know, when you go out there and maybe it's near a sewage plant, the oysters won't smell like crap or anything like that, but they'll be contaminated. But you know, you just bag them and then sell them, and it goes through the food chain.
Maybe I need
so
to
you
stop
have
eating raw things.
You have a lot of nasty stuff in those oysters, which smell great, taste great.
I'm in love with that, David. That's really cute. It looks fake. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks fake. Yeah, I need to quit eating raw things. No more raw oysters. No more raw sushi. Well,
you should be careful. It's not that difficult. You should be careful with raw oysters. I mean, you get these really expensive places and they show you the provenance, like, oh, this is from this beach in Washington State or Oregon. Yeah, probably. And you're paying through the nose on that, and probably it's okay. But if they're just
did Lolita, I think they're fine.
There's a lot of fraud in the seafood industry on, you know, what they'll tell you the type of fish or whether it's a wild or stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I know they lie all the time about if it's not farmed. They're like, oh, it's wild because they caught it. I'm like,
but even farm fish have issues. So yeah.
No, I don't like. I actually don't care for the taste of. I can tell. I don't like the taste.
No.
No, just eat something that's not going to kill you. And
well, apparently everything's going to give me worms or kill me. But maybe if I get worms, I could get a good diet. They could
not if you cook it like eel, like if they grill it over charcoal, and that's not it's not raw. You don't eat raw eel.
There's my fifth episode back.
Hello, Zach.
Hello, I'm a
Is Zach being racism?
No, it isn't. He has a speech impediment, you know. Don't shame.
Yeah, David, we have to be nice to Zach. He's going to be like number 5 or 6 or something like that for me.
I'm never nice to Zach.
I know, but you have to be nice to him if I marry him.
Oh,
are you going to marry him?
No, definitely not.
I think so. Zach and I are betrothed, or I'm betrothed to him, or he's betrothed to me. I don't know how that works.
Oh.
But like we're looking at like number 4 or 5. You know what I mean? Like,
are you gonna get one of the guys to draft up a prenuptial, like the one for Erica Salagiti?
Max, I always get a prenup. Always.
Yeah. So what's the number going to be? 5 times a month or 5 times a week? And is it going to be 4,000 extra per session? You got to get those numbers.
It depends on how much money. I haven't talked to Zach about money yet. We'll have to talk about that. Everything's negotiable in love and war. I love negotiations. It's my favorite thing to do. Let's negotiate. But remember, Max, don't tell Zach this, but I actually enjoy those things. So those are going to be hard for me to negotiate like a payment for, because then I'm going to deprive myself of things that I might want, and that will suck for me.
Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Just because you enjoy it doesn't mean you can't make some money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
David, you are this is why you're my favorite lawyer.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Vegas Rick and I got divorced already, so it's time for the next.
You know what?
guy.
I'm okay with this whole marriage arrangement, just so long as I know that Zach actually, even if he gets married, still has to pay for it.
Yeah, Zach, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Valhalla, it's almost the 1st. Budget is already busted, and Dave is such a wuss. He's not even monetized. Yeah, we're trying, Zach. I don't know what the heck's going on with that.
It's because I dual stream everything anymore because I'm not really streaming trials.
Mm.
They
Oh
said that
yeah,
it's not the type of
Ghost.
content.
I think I'm like after he's done with Becca Lynn, then I'm next, but I'm not sure.
Are you going to do? Oh, so the Karen Reed thing, it's not going to come out yet until Monday in the U.S.
Yeah, at least.
Wait, so you already know the answer because you're in the
Yeah,
future?
because he's in the future. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works.
It is
So-
how that.
so
I
Matt-
do miss being in the future.
Matt, does Karen? Does the jury come back with a guilty or innocent verdict?
Well, I think I heard there are 2 Asian guys on the jury. Is that correct? So
I don't know. I don't know. I do.
Yeah.
I do know that they span in age quite a bit, and everybody that I know that's been to the courtroom believes that most of them are Karen Reed supporters or whatever you want to call them. And
there's an Asian guy with a bow tie, apparently.
Ooh.
You mean?
Yeah,
You mean like rational thinkers? Is that what you're talking about, Valhalla? Rational thinkers?
Yes, that's what I meant by Karen Reed supporter. And I've also been told that they all look extremely educated.
Yes, Fubar.
Oh,
what
Look
you
at
got,
little
David?
trap door opens up like the wall.
Nice. Winning
Oh, this is
reality
Robert.
raid.
Is it a guillotine? It's a guillotine. Awesome.
Oh God.
Hey, do you know who invented the guillotine?
I love bow ties.
His name was Guillotine, wasn't it?
Do you know who invented the guillotine?
A French guy?
The British actually invented it. The French just apparently used it a lot more.
Oh, perfected it. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Winning reality raid. Welcome, Raiders. Appreciate you winning.
Welcome.
Hello.
Homeboy.
Where's winning reality? All right.
Hello, winning reality. Hello, Thart of my art.
Hi, T3.
Do you not know winning reality?
Yeah, Max.
Max?
Max does.
Are you? Yeah. Yeah. I've been on his show before.
Yeah.
And he's,
I've seen Max on that show before.
Yeah. He's done AI porn on me too. Yeah.
Nice. By the way,
Deep
Libby, I wouldn't
porn.
mind being a sister wife. I'm up for sister wife in.
Deep fake porn. Yes.
She's a freak. Meow.
I like. Well,
I think being a sister wife would be the best job on the freaking planet.
Well, you only got to do like half the laundry then.
No, like a fifth of the laundry. You know what I mean? Like if you do it right. Look, I want like 5 wives, and I want to be like number 5. I'll be like the last one to come in. I'd be badass.
The end of the
Thank you, Bad
line.
Duck, for the gifted memberships to
Hell yeah,
Valhalla's
Bad Duck.
stream.
You guys
Valhalla's
are awesome. Chat,
And
you guys
yes,
are awesome.
Volstorm says Vegas Rig wants a concubine, not a wife, and that's 100% fine with me. And I'm happy to, like, look. I'm all about love, so like, whatever. I love Vegas Rig. I think he's a cool dude, and if
He's
he's
awesome.
not ready to get married and he wants a concubine, go get you some concubines, babe. I'm all about you. I'm your friend forever.
Vegas Rick's the shiznit.
I thought you were engaged to Vegas Rick, not Zach.
I thought I was too, but he wasn't able to come. He was supposed to come visit me the weekend I got home from Europe. He was going to come, but he had some stuff come up at home, and he's got a lot of stuff going on, and so he's handling that right now. And whatever happens, happens.
He's making some real hookup plans here.
Right?
This is all going on.
I mean, he had tickets. Like he's got to use them at some point. They don't give you your money back. He could use them to go visit the expert, though. You could just apply it towards a different trip.
That is true.
And I think he'd rather go. Max is a star, and I think he'd rather go visit expert.
Oh, Asian guy with a bow tie. Oh.
I'm
How are you so undersubbed, Max? How are you?
I don't know. I don't make that many videos, I guess.
That's fair. Here,
I don't make
I don't.
videos.
I don't know how to do a stream, so I haven't done a stream or anything. And
we're gonna throw
Yeah.
that link in chat again.
Jenny said she's been married 14 years. Do you think she could do some contact with 4 times after that 4K, or is it too late? Girl, get you a post-nup. Post-nups are real.
But they're not enforceable in Michigan.
I mean, right. But neither are
yeah,
some prenups.
they don't work in Michigan. They call them post nuts. That's what they are.
But
Sorry.
even the prenups don't work in Michigan either.
Bang bang, me love you long
prenups
time.
work sometimes.
What's the NDA?
I'll
That's
come
what
back,
you should be able to get out of, right?
An NDA?
Yeah, and there is it the NDA or the prenup that most lawyers can get you out of.
I never heard of being able to get out of any of them.
Prenup, maybe. I don't know. An NDA?
None of my ex-husbands got out of their prenup, thank God.
Well, in Michigan, you can get out. I can get you out of a prenup.
Yeah, but I'm in California. And my attorneys are always better than my husband's because I'm not dumb. But he has
no, best solution with prenups is don't get married in the first place, ladies and gentlemen.
I was going to say,
my dad's like,
Wendy, all you have to do is
marry
marry your attorney.
Oh, remember I did date an attorney when we first started hanging out, and then he was so.
He was what?
I did date an attorney for a minute, but he was SLOW, like so
As an
slow.
attorney? Really?
Yeah,
All
in
right.
Sacramento at the Capitol.
Oh.
He was a defense attorney. Even I really wanted to like him, and he had really good head of hair. He had really nice hair, and at my age, that's hard to find. I was like, okay, I'll hang out with you for a minute.
I think that was a
It was
direct,
great, wasn't it?
I think that was a personal burn on MLS.
Never. It was not
I'm
because the
ignoring
last
it.
guy I dated looked just like David. Remember?
All right, I
That
have
looks
2
really
of the
cool,
3
David.
sections.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, focus on that.
David, that's beautiful.
Oh, that
Two
looks
of the
like a
3
Disney Raiders of. It is Raiders of Lost.
That's
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
cool.
That's so cool.
Oh, that works. Oh
No,
man.
I'm not doing David like that. I adore David, Elizabeth. You know I do. Everyone knows I'm obsessed with David.
Hey, Kurt's single.
There you go.
So that's. I'm sure he's
So-
a very nice.
so-
I'm sure he's a very nice person.
Oh. Oh.
I met him once. He didn't say anything to me.
Oh.
Is he the guy that
You're
rubbed
not cool
the
enough,
anal
Valhalla.
cream? He's the
I
guy that put cement
Yes,
on
he
his-
is.
The icy hot
Yeah.
on his. He was. I think it was on his back, but it really just. It absolutely looked like it was on his bunghole
Yeah.
because his expressions on his
He
face
was
were like.
doing- yeah.
It was an unfortunate angle for sure.
But why
It was
would
an
you
unfortunate
lean in-
angle, position, maneuver.
It was
Yeah.
not something I would have recommend doing on stream. That's for sure.
Yeah, that oh look, ooh, I don't know why he did it. Like if a friend, you'd say, "Hey, Kurt, it doesn't. There's no way you're going to come out looking good on this one," you know?
No, that was
That was a bless your heart. He's a bless your heart kind of guy. He's probably very nice in person. Max, are you married?
Valhalla would know.
Yes.
How
long
long have you
time.
been married?
2.
Oh, 2 years,
Too
or
long.
you've had 2 wives?
Too long. Too long. Too.
So I'm always upset. I'm upset. First of all, I love love, obviously, because I do it all the time. But I love talking about people. I love happy marriages. Like, I just think they're beautiful. So I'm always happy to hear about any marriages, but I especially love to hear about the happy ones.
Michelle Smug.
Yes, one day I may find a happy marriage. But it's yeah, I have a boy, and he's Max Jr., and he's
Cute.
already finished his he graduated already, so he's
Nice.
Me and Max were hanging out one night after a stream, and Max read. I've got Japanese stuff on this whole sleeve.
Oh yeah.
Max read all the
Oh, no
kanji
way.
I have, but there was one he was confused about, and Max Jr. came in and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's exactly what that is."
I was going to say which ones were actually say like I like Peters or something.
No, they were all right. The one I have one kanji that I thought was warrior, right? But it turns out it's a kind of odd symbol. Max said, and it means it's like a low order of samurai.
Yeah, like a retainer,
You're like a junior employee.
Like, you're not one of those dumb white guys who got like, you thought you were getting like love forever and you got like F you or something. Like,
No, I've had a couple Japanese people read them before, so I was pretty confident that they were close.
Everyone's saying I look slimmer. I have
You
since I have
do.
stopped
telling
streaming.
you.
since I have
Yeah.
stopped like sitting in front of the freaking computer all the time, I've lost 10 pounds, and I've got like 30 more to go.
That stuff is okay.
Oh, I gotta put this away.
I think I'm gonna end for today. I've got one section left, but
your
it's only
quilt looks beautiful.
so it's like 3 sections that you connect, but the third section is like the other half of the parts. So we've been streaming for 3 hours, so it's gonna be another 3 if I keep going, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll save that for the next
one. Yeah, we can save that one.
By the way, David, good job on all the additions you made to the intro. I saw that Torrin was on there.
Yeah. So this is what I got so far. So
I love it.
We have
Oh, yeah.
there's a door. You can see the door. It's got like I don't know, some sort of symbol on it. The door opens. I think this is supposed to open and then this thing rolls down. I don't know. But anyways, this is the
awesome.
Indiana Jones rolling boulder scene. That's so cool. I love how that spins.
That's cool.
I love that so much.
So we'll finish this on the next stream.
All right.
The next Lego stream, you guys, is July 20th with Cope and Seethe, and that'll be good. He's completely out of our legal law tube realm, and did an interview with
talks
MLS.
about if you guys don't know him, he's a British YouTuber. He talks a lot about YouTube drama, I guess, or just YouTube stuff.
Mrs. Helm,
YouTube
hello.
skits.
Love Mrs. Helm.
Hello, mother.
How you doing?
It's too late for
Hello,
you. You should be
mother.
in bed right now.
Hello, father.
Yes, it is very late, Mrs. Helm.
Too bad I put it back. I put it together backwards. Yeah, thanks, Bolstrom. Well, there's always next stream. But yeah, with Cope and Sheath. So he's British. He talks a lot about YouTube things. Actually, the reason why I even know about him is he reached out to me when the whole Nick Rekieta thing happened.
Oh yeah.
And you?
No, I was answering the text. My bad, the chat.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never had any contact with him at all.
Yeah, so I went on his stream. I just chit-chatted with him and talked about, law things on his stream. And he's cool. And so I invited him onto this. It's going to be a whole different
He's the guy
sort of
that
world for
interviewed
us.
you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, both of you?
No, not me, just Dave.
No,
No, just
me.
David. I'm David's stalker, so wherever he goes, I'm always in the chat, like stalking.
I don't know much about him other than he said that he used to be kind of part of the internet blood sports crowd. And that's as much as I know about him. I watched the stream with David, and I'm looking forward to picking his brain a little bit next.
Yeah, I've got a lot of questions for him. So he seems to know a lot. He asked me to comment about some other stuff going on, and I was like, I don't know anything about it, but if you want to send me something, I'll take a look. But he's an interesting guy, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, he seemed nice.
Yeah.
But
I'm
we've
a
been
little
trying to get
concerned.
Max for a long time. We were excited to get Max.
I finished my this last box or last bag. This is what I have left over. This is like a lot of pieces.
That's a lot of extra pieces, David.
And so
You
that's
did
why I was
something right.
thinking I'm going to go back through my book and
Of course
see
you
what,
are.
because this is but like there's a lot of like pieces.
Yeah, that's not typical.
Yeah, something
Usually, so here's just so everybody understands. Seeing how this is a Lego build stream, so we should probably
Yeah, let's educate our Lego.
here's how many extra pieces I have
from
That
the
looks
whole
more
build.
normal.
From the whole build. And usually what it is it's unique pieces that aren't like typical, right? And you'll get 1 or 2 extra in there at most. So Dave having that whole pile of fairly normal looking pieces does seem a bit problematic.
Yeah, something's off. So I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna step back and I'll regroup for the next Lego stream. We'll see where these extra pieces go. Look at all of Max's.
I have all these.
Max, we've been doing this. I've been doing this not as long as the guys have. I've only been doing it for less than a year. Your builds were my favorite builds in the entire Lego history so far.
Outstanding.
Yeah. I won. Yeah.
You won. You won.
Oh, that was good. But I kind of wanted to do before the show started. I wanted to do because it's still Pride Month. I was going to do like Lego build according to DEI principles.
Oh no.
Which is like getting rid of the white parts. Don't use the white parts, pieces. Focus on the black ones and the rainbow colored ones. And also when you have a square white one, we want to convince it to cut itself off, kind of
cut off the sharp bits, right?
And then what you have is a total base. The diversity will prove to be quality, because that's what we're told. Diversity is quality. And so then I would declare my Lego model based on DEI principles to be the best ever. And if you don't agree, then you're racist. Yeah.
Max Mura, you're amazing. I love you, brother.
That would be for you. Still have one more day, I'm telling you, for Pride Month. So you really have to use it, because this is the last day for Max's Pride Month. Yeah. The 30th.
You know what? I might do just a solo Lego build when I get back in front. I have a big bin, and I might do.
He does.
I
He
might
still has
do a
his
Pride
Lego from when
build
he was
based
a kid.
Off of Max's
based off of
recommendations.
Max's.
We need to prove this. Like we look with the Boeing thing, we could say Boeing wouldn't have these issues if they were truly to the principles of DEI, and so we would make an airplane, a Lego airplane, based on DEI principles. It would fly better. It'd be safer. It'd be safer. It wouldn't get off the ground. But
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Come catch me and Diva. We're doing a new paint stream. It's going to be a lot of fun, y'all. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, Baker's channel. He's doing this awesome panel on the Karen Reed case, and then coverage continues on Monday, apparently on Verdict Watch.
So, what time is your stream with Diva again tomorrow?
2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow,
and then 6
on mine
p.m.
and Diva's channel.
Right. You're dual streaming,
dual streaming.
And then
before we go anywhere,
yes.
Oh,
okay. I will unfortunately.
Did we outstream everyone else? Is there anyone to redirect to?
Oh, that's a good call.
We had like 3 redirects to our stream tonight. I think that's beautiful.
Look, this is beauty. Look. Oh, I like you. Oh,
I'm
okay.
obsessed with
And
that
now they're touching.
on your right.
Oh, I can't redirect from this channel.
Oh,
not yet.
Yeah, Valhalla will have to do it.
I need more subs.
Give me a second.
Solomon wants to know, Valhalla, does your paint stream include a spray paint and a flip paper bag?
If the money's right. Giggity. Let me see. Nothing's showing up in that stupid window.
Free Zachariah Anderson.
Is that the thing from Total Recall that goes up in the brain and grabs the little tracker?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think if you get the nose hairs out too.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Hey, this is the booger.
You're good,
Booger
Dave. I got
thunder.
you. I won't let you die, Valhalla.
I almost did. I almost choked to death.
I promise you didn't, but I get what you're saying. You felt that way.
Lincoln
What was that in the
Kane
movie?
stream. Let's go to Lincoln Kane.
Tick. How many dicks were in
We
there?
love you.
That was Reservoir Dogs. Tick.
Give me just a second.
2
to
dicks
copy.
don't suck. I'm just saying.
Whoa, Wendy.
He said, I'm saying first. Why me?
Oh, I can't redirect to him. Okay. Well, nope. Nobody's streaming. All right. I tried.
Well, thanks all for joining us. Thank you, Wendy, for hosting.
you're
It
the
was
best.
amazing.
It's always
Thank you, Max, for joining us and being our guest.
Max, you're always a bundle of fun.
Max, you
my
have a
friend.
new fan in me.
Oh, thanks. We had a lot of fun. It's good.
Go check out Max's
actually been
channel.
following
Go
you for a
subscribe to
long
him. And tell
Maybe
your
I'll-
friends
I'll-
about this show.
I'll do more.
And everybody, please tune in to all our Lego streams that are coming up. We have a guest that we can't tell you about that's super famous that might be coming on in a few months. And all of our
I
guests
actually might
are
have mentioned that on stream, FYI.
Well,
might
I
have
kind of
mentioned that
encouraged
at
you
one
to.
point.
I encouraged you to.
Yeah, you did. That was your fault, not my fault.
It's totally my
Oh my
fault.
God, people.
Oh,
Why?
Meme Copium's going to stream. Meme Copium's going to stream, somebody said.
When?
Yes.
When?
I don't know. Somebody just
Meme-
put that in chat.
All right, hold on.
Meme is
We
going to
love you,
stream.
Aaron.
Maybe that's a rhyme.
Oh,
Let me
I
check
thought you were
Meme
saying
real
Meme
quick.
Copium is going to come on our stream. Oh, okay. Tiana knows. She knows all the people.
Hold on. We'll see when he's streaming.
Oh my God. Can I tell you how annoying these morons are with
1
their
a.m.
fireworks already?
It's
Dude.
but he's
up.
Is he?
He's streaming in 25 minutes.
Oh, 25
Yeah,
minutes.
everybody
Okay.
go there.
Don't forget to
All
sub to Max, y'all.
Copy.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Then I can do
I want at least 25
more
subs.
more,
for
more
Max
drugs.
tonight.
What am I doing here?
Look, meth never
That
hurt
one.
anyone. I don't get the problem.
What?
Oh yeah.
What did you just say?
No, it's Max's fault. Why do you keep saying Wendy?
No, I say don't do drugs, kids. Too expensive.
All right, everybody's
Asian
getting
value.
redirected to meme stream. Go over there, hit
Love
the
y'all.
like
Hey,
button,
Laura.
put the goat emojis in the chat, and shit, I didn't save it. God bless it. Hold on a second.
God bless
I
America.
did save it. All right, I'm ready.
Bye, y'all. See
Hit
ya.
the button.
Love you
one,
all.
Dr.
Have a
Penis.
lovely night.
I'm gonna buy Legos again because like this was so fun.
No one told me this was a race.
It's not a race.
No. Oh yeah. Now yeah. Yeah.
You are really intently looking at them.
I dropped the piece and I can't find it.
It got interesting. Being interviewed and trying to do Lego at the same time, harder than it seems.
Having the problem with this one here.
But I hadn't built Legos since I was a youngin', and I don't know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. No big deal. No big deal.
It's a great guest to have on. In the beginning, it was kind of like, as we all were, how should we act and stuff like that. Now he's such a fun guy to be around.
I'm actually enjoying a little bit of wine while we do this because it felt inappropriate to not have libations.
I had a great freaking time. I chose a Lego set that was like, don't do the flowers, guys. Don't do the flowers.
Obviously, I'm the problem because I keep making the same bad decisions.
And then he said something about like a tramp stamp or something, and the girls were like, "Hey, where is that? What's that's all about? I'll show you mine if you show me yours." And I'm like, "Whoa, this is not that type of stream."